Rob, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Rob.
Mm.
Rob. I feel like so many women around the world right now have so many feelings and emotions towards you. So today we're going to really peel back the onion and we're going to get into it.
That's good.
That's good.
Good luck.
Okay.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by eBay. This is what you do when you have high standards and fancy all the fancy things, like a Dior saddlebag or that diamond tennis bracelet. You go to eBay. There you'll find new loves that will never disappoint, expertly authenticated, whether it's that vintage pearl necklace or brand new ruby earrings, a Prada crossbody bag, or classic watches like that Rolex Oyster or that Cartier tank. On eBay, there are no limits to your high standards. Yeah, eBay, the place for new, pre-loved, vintage, and rare fashion. eBay, things people love.
So you just got off the plane from Fiji. You came directly here after getting eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
How has it been like acclimating to the real world?
It's really, really strange. One of the big things is like neon isn't on everything. Like neon signs, like the lights there. I got really used to just seeing that every day. I got to my hotel room and I was like, it's so dark in here.
I had to like pause. I didn't know what you were fucking saying. You're saying like the way the villa looks is so bright.
You get used to it. You get used to like just being around like literally there's a neon sign on every surface. Like it's like lights up.
Right.
And I got out and I was like, it's so dark out here.
Okay, that's not kind of what I was asking though.
Oh, what do you want to know?
I don't know. When you got your phone back,
Oh, right.
how did you like handle all of it? Like what did you first do when you got your phone?
I called my family.
You called your family.
I called my family. They gave me my phone on the way to the airport and I knew I was going to have service. So I called my family in like a group chat FaceTime, you know?
Yeah.
Immediately. I saw all their faces and I was really nervous because I was like, I was either worried that they were going to be like, hey, Robert, how are you? But they were all like, hey, like they were so happy to see me and they seemed like, they're like, we're so proud of you. Like you did so good. You were yourself the whole time. And I was like, oh, what a relief. Okay,
well, because you thought there was a chance they were going to be like, you ruined our family's reputation.
Yeah.
You dragged our name through the rug.
Well, like I just didn't know. Like I didn't know because like it's a TV show, right?
Yeah.
I know what happened. I was there.
Yeah.
I knew that I was authentic the whole time, right? But it can get clipped and it can get edited and like, yeah, you know.
Have you checked your DMs yet?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in there, Rob?
It's honestly like at this point like too much to even. It's just a refresh and then it's like a new page.
Do you have any like celebs in there?
I had a really good conversation with Noah from Stranger Things.
Oh, that's so random.
You want to hear what I said to him?
Please.
I said the funniest thing back, and I think it went over his head, but it was so funny. And then we just talked about the show. Like he was just a big fan, and I just talked to him about it. Oh wait, should I not say it? Well, he just it was fine. He said, "I love you on Love Island. You stole my heart." And I said,
oh.
Thank you so much. I love Stranger Things. Thank you, Noah Schnapp. From the hit TV show Stranger Things." I just gave him back like a bot response. I thought it'd be really funny. And he just said, "Thanks, Rob. You and Leah should have won." And then we just talked about the show for a while.
Is that like so surreal that like you have someone like that in your DMs?
Yeah, it was also worse that like I just didn't even think about it and I was talking to him. And then my sister was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm actually having just a casual conversation with the guy from Stranger Things right now." But it was funny.
Have any women slid in?
A few, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Any that you're like, oh.
Well, I think right now at this point in time, I'm pretty like emotionally drained. I don't know if I'm ready for anything.
You're not
like
ready.
That. Yeah.
But like good to know they're there.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw that everyone was like up in arms on the internet about you got out of the villa and you followed Leah. And then eventually you followed all of the rest and Andrea and all of them.
Yeah.
But does it freak you out that like everyone is like seeing everything you're doing, or do you love the attention? Come on, Rob, look what you're wearing. You love the attention.
I had to wear them, okay? Don't come for the overalls. I had to wear them.
Okay.
I saw the memes and everything, and I was like, bro. I was like, you know, might as well.
Okay, first talk to me about the overalls for a second.
Okay.
So you did bring other clothes, obviously. But like, was this the first thing you packed?
No, I didn't even plan on wearing these. So I brought these. So Love Island, usually the intro is you're like doing your job and you get a text and you're like, oh, time to go to the villa.
Yeah.
So that's what these were for.
Oh, do you wear these when you wrangle the snakes?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh.
Often, sometimes,
Okay.
yeah. So I brought them for that part.
Okay.
And then I was like, fuck it. So I just threw them in the villa bag that goes in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wore them and I was like, dude, this is the move because Fiji's really hot, right? And I didn't have to wear a shirt basically.
Yes.
It was like pants, a little bib, but it's very breathable. It was comfortable.
But were you feeling yourself in it too? Like, did you think the ladies were going to love the overalls? No.
Definitely not. They didn't like them there. Like, it wasn't no.
Are you currently doing D on D?
Currently, I'm not D on D.
And what is D on D to people that maybe didn't watch the season of Love Island?
D on D is dick on denim.
And can you talk about that? Because it feels a little bit masochistic. It feels a little bit like rug burn. Do you know what?
No. It's not like that. You should, you can't try it. But I would encourage anyone out there to try D on D. Penis. It's, you're penisless, so it's not going to work for you. But it's breathable and, like, it's just nice.
Why did you choose to wear underwear today?
Well, I'm wearing my lucky underwear. Thought I might need it.
What is your lucky underwear? You don't need to show me. You don't need to show me. Okay, so that kind of sounds like a little bit of a kink. Like, you like your dick on denim. What is some, like, weird shit that you like in the bedroom that's maybe a little, like, unexpected?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, okay. Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what Caller Daddy is. You have to tell me. What's something, like, a little, like, off the beaten path that you like in the bedroom?
Off the beaten path?
Mm-hmm.
What? Come on,
Come
Alex.
on. This is what the ladies want to know.
Like,
but everyone in America knows you. You just met me. I know you.
You don't. You think you know me?
I know you.
You know my story.
No.
You know my name and my story, but you don't know me.
No. I saw you in the heart rate challenge. I've seen you in your cowboy outfit. I know you're getting up to some kinky shit in there.
I mean, you're not lying.
No.
But, like, I don't really want to talk about it. Like,
okay, give me, like, a little hint.
I like to have sex.
Rob.
I like sex.
Okay. Didn't in the beginning of the villa, I think it was Andrea, you looked at her and you were like, I'm sorry, like, I haven't ejaculated in a really long time, like, I'm having a hard time. Like,
that, you don't understand. I saw a clip of that, and I think that really was a part of why I was so emotional. Going into Love Island is crazy. You don't understand it. You're on no sleep.
Yeah.
You have no alone time, which is huge for me because that's how I process my emotions. I have to be alone.
Okay.
So I couldn't figure my shit out. And also I was horny as fuck.
Well, you eventually came. We'll talk about that. Okay, are you enjoying the attention or is it freaking you out?
It's freaking me out.
Okay. What is the biggest turnoff to you?
Bad breath.
Did someone have bad breath in the villa?
But I'm not telling you.
No. And did everyone know about it?
No.
Only you?
No, it wasn't in the villa. Fuck. I can't say it anymore.
Okay, moving on.
All right.
How do you think the women, obviously, like, everyone's having feelings about you as you've gotten your phone, how do you think the women are feeling about you in America?
Okay, basically, I'm a toxic gaslighter, but I'm hot enough that it doesn't matter. That's like that's it. That's the consensus I've gotten. I've seen so many TikToks of like, this man is a red flag. He's terrible. I hate him. I can't stop looking at him. I love him so much. Like, it's like just weird.
How does that make you feel?
I feel like it's not true.
Oh.
But it's kind of true. I'm not, I don't feel like I gas. I don't feel like.
I don't feel like I do, but maybe I do. I don't know.
That's exactly how I feel. I haven't processed it
right.
yet. Like, did I do everything right? Absolutely not.
Right.
Did I make mistakes? 100%. Do I regret things I did? I think every decision I made, I would have eventually made. I think I was put in these like small time frames where my issue was my communication.
Okay.
And it partly was because I didn't know how I was feeling.
Okay, to your credit, I will say to you, I feel like you were upfront at all times with everyone, and maybe you weren't like the most articulate in like long form sentences about it, but you did tell people up front how you were feeling in moments.
Definitely.
Even if it upset people, which I feel like there were other people in the villa that like would skirt around the truth because they knew it was going to hurt someone. Really, it's like, just tell people the fucking truth so you don't look like a piece of shit, because all of this is on camera. Right. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay. I agree with you on the conflicted thing. I think people are like, I'm in love with him, but I feel like he'd break my heart / maybe he's a little bit of a red flag. What is it like to date you, Rob? Take us through the journey. Like, what do you think it's like to date you?
I don't love people.
Okay.
I'm not a people person. But I love my friends. How do I get into this? Okay, let's say we're going to go on a date.
Okay.
Let's just say first date.
Okay.
I would like prefer to do something where it's just the two of us and like quiet. We get to know each other. Like, I'm not like a big concert guy. I don't like going to the club. I'll go to a bar, But even then, I'm like, there's too many people here.
So what's your ideal first date?
I would say like a picnic.
A picnic.
I like a good picnic.
Okay.
Go to the creek, go to the river, go to the beach.
Okay.
Bodies of water are typically good for picnics.
Okay.
I find.
Okay. Okay. I guess if all of your exes were in this room right now, what would they say about you?
I think my last girlfriend would have a lot of good things to say and a lot of bad things to say. The one before that, same. I think same. I think with my last relationship, I mean, I don't want to talk too much because like that's her business too.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think the wheels kind of fell off at the end, and it went longer than it should have. And I think that was like really, it came down to like communication, and I think it was hugely on me. And it's like one of my biggest regrets is like putting her through the months of like the end of our relationship. Like, yeah, because I did love her, and like I fully believe she loved me too. And it was like just knowing you did that to someone that you care about.
What, you just like weren't communicating with her how you were feeling?
I just was like depressed.
Okay.
And that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
When you care about somebody, you still have to like figure that out. But like I didn't know how I felt about myself, and I just couldn't give her what she needed. And I just should have walked away way sooner.
How long was that relationship?
It was about 2 years.
Okay. Is that your
like,
longest?
on and off. Like we broke up, we got back together.
Oh, it was one of those.
But it wasn't a lot. I
Okay.
think we broke up twice.
Okay.
But like, yeah, it wasn't like back and forth, back and forth.
How long has been your longest relationship? That?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it was communication.
Largely.
Okay, we'll get back to that. This was not your first time on Love Island. You were in Casa Amor last season, but you didn't make it out of the villa. Why did you want to go back to the show?
They called me. They said, "What are you doing?" And I was literally saving a turtle crossing the road. I was in a great mood. I was on my way to Arkansas to go catch a bunch of snakes. I was wearing these overalls. Like, true story, I was wearing these overalls. I had just caught a copperhead. I was on cloud 9. I was having a great day. And someone called me. They're like, "Hey, Rob, what are you doing? You single?" I said, "Why, you interested?" and they're like, "No, you want to come back to Love Island?" I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Like, my plan for the summer was just catch snakes all summer and just like make videos and stuff. And I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm not really doing anything. Might as well. I'd love to find a girlfriend. Didn't work out.
So you were looking for a girlfriend. Were you looking for a wife, or do you not think you're there yet?
I'm looking for a girlfriend that I would marry.
Okay.
Like I do. I'm like dating to marry at this point.
Okay.
And that's why I'm not wasting anyone's time. Like, I'm not going to get into something that if at any point I don't see that future progressing to that, like, I'm going to get out.
How many times have you been in love?
I think once.
Okay.
I told 2 of my girlfriends that I loved them, and I think I meant it with the girl.
Yeah.
But then I realized I really meant it with the last. Yeah.
Do you think that your ex-girlfriend watched this season of Love Island?
No, definitely not. But she definitely saw stuff.
Okay, it's time to relive it. Let's go through it. Let's go through Love Island. Don't look so sad.
Kind of like this candle.
If for sure, do we have a lighter?
You don't need one. There's matches.
Oh, I don't know if you can do I don't think it will work.
They're not striking anywhere?
I don't think so. Oh, okay. You're trying to set the vibe so you can like be calm.
Yeah. I'm just calming
Are
down
you
a little
anxious right now?
bit. I'm just uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know. I like you though.
Okay, I like you too. Do you want to like
No, I'm fine.
take your shoes off?
No.
Or do you want like a blanket? Do you want anything to make you cozier? Don't be anxious. I promise you, you're doing great.
Oh, thanks.
You're doing really good. We've got a blankie.
No, it's okay. I don't
No.
I don't need a blanket. No.
Why are you uncomfortable?
I just I'm not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I lied.
Okay.
I'm fine.
So you are a liar. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but you're just uncomfortable because this is a lot for you. It's like new.
It's very fresh. And like I said, like, it takes me a while to process my emotions and how I feel about everything. And right now, I think some of the things I haven't processed it. So like I just got back from Fiji. I just left.
Yeah.
And so like right now it makes me nervous to talk about these things because like emotions are kind of high and like I just don't want to like.
Okay, well I think it's I think it's fair that we can say for everyone watching, like, to clarify again, like, you literally got on a plane. You got your phone on your way to the airport. You got on the plane. You landed here and we're doing this. Like, this is not like a month later or even like a week later. Like, you have barely had time to like even see all the fan edits on TikTok. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is fresh. So I think
really
that's
fresh.
good to clarify. And like when we're talking about this, it's almost like you're still on the island. And I'm sure if I interviewed you a month from now, you're going to have a complete different perspective.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
For sure.
So like that makes me nervous.
We'll do a follow-up.
Okay.
So we'll compare notes from
All
now to a month from now or a year
Okay.
from now. Where will Rob be in a year from now? We'll talk about it. Okay. You get into the villa. You're an original cast member. And the first person that you are coupled up with on day one is Leah. What was your first impression of her?
I really liked her a lot. I felt like, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm a bit odd and I can be hard to read. And I think it's hard for people to understand me, especially my humor. Mm-hmm. She got it right away. And I loved that. And I also thought she was really funny. And obviously she's gorgeous. But seriously, from the first night when I walked in there, we just kept like locking eyes. Yeah. And I was like, man, I really hope that we get coupled up tonight. And then we did.
And how long were you guys in the villa alone together before Andrea came in? 2 days?
Well, like, yeah, technically, like it felt like a week, but it wasn't because Liv came in and stole me first.
Right.
But that was like, I mean, like I was with, like, there was never a moment where I thought I was going to go with Liv instead of Leah. Like it kind of got clipped that way, but like I was telling Leah the whole time, I was like, you have nothing to worry about. Because I was shocked when Liv picked me. Like we all were. We all were so sure she was going to pick Kendall.
Yes, I agree. I was pretty shocked too.
Yeah.
And then you were like, you and Leah were pretty upset. Like you wanted to make your way back to each other kind of. Mm-hmm. And like we could feel that in the beginning. I think we could all feel like you guys really liked each other.
Yeah.
And you guys shared a brain cell. Can you fucking explain what that means?
I don't remember how that went down. I just know that it was a thing and that we would give it to each other when we were talking because we were like, it was a lot. I mean, like we didn't sleep the first night. Like we were like, it's insane. I'm telling you, it's an insane experience that's like built to get your emotions up. Yeah. Which is like, it's good. That's how it works. It's like putting a relationship in a microwave. Like you know someone for a week, you feel like you know them for a month. Like it's crazy.
Well, then Andrea comes in. Mm-hmm. And I remember you're sitting at the fire pit and you're like, oh my God, that is the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen in my life.
Did I say that actually?
Yeah, you said that. You were at the fire pit and you turned to the guys and you're like, that's the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen in my life. You also told...
Did they put in the whole clip because it was that? I said, I hope she has a terrible personality.
You did say, you did, yes. And then, but you also told Leah that you weren't attracted to blondes.
I don't like blondes.
So then what was different about...
She's not a blonde. She's brunette. Oh. She has blonde hair, but she's not a blonde.
Okay.
Yeah. She's got brown eyes, dark features. She's not a blonde.
But she's currently a blonde.
Yeah, but it doesn't... come on, it's not the hair. That's not what makes you blonde or brunette, to me.
Okay. I was just curious because obviously Leah was like, what the fuck? He said he wasn't into blondes. And then we have Liv and then we have Andrea. Yeah.
Well, also, like, I don't follow like a rubric of like, she has blonde hair. Done. Like, that's not... I don't really... When people ask me, I say I don't have a type. Okay. But I do typically like brunettes more. Okay. Like my track record definitely it's more brunettes. Into brunettes. Yeah.
So when Andrea comes in, what was your first impression like during your first conversations with her?
First conversation, it was nice, but it wasn't like romantic. Like I enjoyed talking to her. Okay. Like we apparently talked for like a really long time. Yes. And I didn't realize that we were talking that long. So like it went really well. But it wasn't like it wasn't like I was still like pretty all in on Leah at that point.
Okay. You can imagine how that's confusing though, because you were spending a lot of time with her.
Well, we literally just had that one convo.
That was it?
Yeah. Before the next day, she took me on a date, but that night we just had one conversation. Yeah.
And so you decided to be upfront with Leah that you were kind of feeling Andrea in that moment, which I do think everyone like appreciated that you were upfront about it. You were like, I'm really still feeling you, Leah, but I do want to get to know her and I'd be lying if I didn't. Mm. Were you afraid to have that conversation with Leah?
Of course, because I didn't want to hurt her. I still really liked her. Like I was like, that's something I think that people don't understand. Like there was never a point where I stopped liking Leah. And I guess we'll get to that, but yeah.
Okay, but as you can imagine from Leah's perspective, like that sucks to be like, I'm going to get to know someone. And it's like, oh, fuck, I'm not good enough that like you want to go try something different, obviously. Were you worried that you would lose her?
Yeah, definitely. It was stressing me out. Like it was stressing me out because I told myself that I was going to get to know every girl and I was going to try to figure out who was going to be my best match, no matter how much I liked the girl I was with. Okay. Because that's what the love I experience, that's what you're supposed to do. Yep. And that, that's what they tell you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And so I was like, I gotta, and it was like a good enough conversation where I was like, I'm giving this a chance. Like, I'm just gonna see where it goes.
The Love Island experience is odd. Like
Super odd.
It's not normal. Like in the real world, when you're single,
You would never do that.
but are you usually at least talking to like a couple people at once? Like, do you have like a little roster?
Not really. I'm not really like, I don't like talking to people that much. So like, it's usually.
Are you a bad texter?
Yeah, I'm terrible on my phone. Yeah.
So how do you communicate with your girlfriends?
Calling, FaceTime is usually much better.
Are you a FaceTimer or a caller?
I'm a caller, but I will FaceTime.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Okay, so in real life, though, you don't usually have like a couple women. Are people going to come forward and be like, what are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, like it's definitely happened. Like I've definitely been, but I mean, that's when you're single, like, yeah, you're going to get to know multiple people at a time, but like, it's not like, I've never like dated multiple women.
Would you consider yourself a romantic person?
Yeah, I'm a romantic at heart for sure.
What is the most romantic thing you've ever done for a girl?
Probably took her to catch turtles at 2 a.m.
Do you think that was your dream or her dream?
I don't know. It seemed pretty special to me.
The
moon was out and it was like, it was really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. It's quiet. It's kind of scary. So she's like, wants to be close. And it's like, I don't know. Turtles are cute.
They are cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I don't know. Most romantic thing. I can't think of that off the top of my head. I like making things a lot.
Okay, like what?
I made a emerald necklace for my first girlfriend from an emerald that I mined in North Carolina, I think.
Wow. That's romantic.
Yeah, I like making stuff. I'm crafty. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Okay.
Back to Love Island.
Okay.
The love triangle was clearly short-lived. And can you walk me through the infamous conversation with Leah where she goes to basically confront you and is like, hey, what the fuck? Like, I feel like you're spending time with her. And then it blows up and the whole thing it was basically like the last conversation that ended your guys' relationship romantically.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, the one where I jumped in the pool?
Yes.
Okay.
That was kind of like
I know.
The breaking point. Okay. Take me to that conversation.
It wasn't for me at all. If it seemed that way, that's not how it was, really. It was like,
okay.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But I've seen clips, obviously, like on TikTok and stuff. I feel like it was condensed down to like, I don't know how long, but like it was a pretty long conversation that slowly got worse and worse and worse and worse. And it was kind of like Leah was coming at me, like saying what she was saying, which I thought was like perfectly valid. And I kept telling her that. I was like, I get where you're coming from. And like, I'm trying to see from your perspective because I get that this is hurting you. It would hurt me too if I was in your shoes. And then every time I tried to talk, she kept like cutting me off and she wouldn't let me speak. And then I started getting emotional. And then I was like, I just need to step away. And then I started crying. And I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And I think just crying induced like a panic attack. Like I was fully freaking out. I was fully freaking out. And then I kind of got it together. I went back down, sat with her, and she just started talking again, like saying the same things. And just didn't like act like what set me off was she just didn't ask me like how I felt, which I think that triggered a lot of people. They were like, it matters more what she feels in that moment. And 100%, I was the one causing this situation. Yeah. And I was taking responsibility for that. I was trying to, but also like I just needed someone just to check on me in that moment. And for me, up until that moment, she was that person, and I kind of felt like just that she didn't care at all, which isn't true. Yeah. It was just she was really upset, and she rightfully so.
I feel like that was like a classic, like you both were so hurt, and when you were both speaking to each other, you both needed the other one to validate the other one, and you both were so hurt that like you couldn't do that because you needed the person to be like, no, you're right, and neither of you could give that because you were so upset. Yeah. But why do you think you had a panic attack? Like, what was it that was causing you so much angst?
It was everything. It was knowing that I was going to have to choose between these two girls, one that I just met, but I was really like, want to give a chance and I liked, and then Leah that I've just been it's been great the whole time. Yeah. And honestly, like, I had no idea what I was going to do. Yeah. I really, and I didn't know, it's very short windows of time where you have to make decisions and stuff. And like, I knew Leah wasn't going anywhere. Yeah. So I don't know. I fucked up. I was just like, I think, honestly, had that not happened, I probably would have stayed with Leah, I think. Because that was, after that happened, I was like, well, that was terrible. And then at that point, like my head was, I feel like after that, my gut was telling me like you should just go with Andrea. But my head was still like, you really get on with Leah.
Yeah.
Like it's really good. But I was hurt, and I wish I could have just, something I needed to hear in that moment that I wish someone would have come up into me and said was, advice that I gave everyone else later down the road was, you need to just take yourself out of Love Island for like 10 minutes and just realize you just met these girls. It's not that big of a deal. Why are you so emotional? Like really like pick it apart, because I didn't know. I was like, why am I crying so much? I thought that, but I didn't take myself out of it completely. And I think if I had done that, I think it would have been a lot different.
Okay, but to your guys' credit, like, it's like you guys are in this like experiment box, and like you can't take yourself out of it. That's the beauty and the hard part of it. Like, I get it. You're like, wait, if I had gotten to just like go home for 5 minutes and like talk to my family and hung out, I would have come back in and been like, listen, ladies, like, let's all get to know each other. It's not that deep. Whoever picks who, like, we're all still here. Let's just keep hanging. Like, we've known each other for 24 hours. Like, but in the moment, it's so intense because it's also fucking with people's like time while you're there, and can someone almost get sent home? Like, it's so many dynamics that like it is heightened. You made a pretty fucked comment in that conversation about how there was no sexual connection.
I did not say that.
Yeah.
I did not say there's no sexual connection.
You weren't feeling the sexual connection between you and Leah.
Did I say those words?
Yes.
Was exactly what I said?
You said, I mean, we can look it up. You said basically like you were not feeling the sexual relationship.
It was, I felt like we didn't know what each other wanted. Like it was kind of like a weird thing.
Cause then you guys like, you had made out, right?
Yeah, we made out like a couple times and it was good. It wasn't bad. I was just like, I don't know why that came up, but yeah, I was just letting her know. Like I'm in that there, like you said, anything you don't say to somebody is wasting their time. And like I felt like I needed to be as transparent with everyone as I could.
And so what were you feeling? Because you clearly have a sexual connection with her, no? Or no? Yeah,
but it wasn't like, I feel like we didn't click sexually. Does that make sense? Found her really attractive, everything. But when we kissed and stuff, it was like, it felt like she was holding back. She told me, and she said she was. Like she said, oh, that's because... She said it was because the first night when we had our first kiss, I said, please be gentle. I was joking before we kissed. And she said that's why. She said that from then on, she like would like hesitate like kissing me and stuff. And she said that was why.
And do you think if that...
I was like, well, that makes sense. Because that's what it felt like. It felt like
she was holding back.
I couldn't tell if she wanted to kiss me whenever we'd like make out. And I'm like, does she want to stop? Like I couldn't tell. Like, it was really weird. And I'm glad I told her because... Well, I don't think we made out again after that, but I told her that and she was like, oh yeah, I was holding back because you said that the first time we kissed. I was like, that was a joke. Because
I think obviously like that sucked to see, because on her side, just like as a girl, you're like, fuck, like there's no rebuttal. Yeah. It's like saying you have no chemistry with someone. Like,
yeah, but am I wrong for like telling her that?
No.
Yeah.
And I think she understandably was so upset by that comment, and then she slept outside that night, because I think she went to Serena after that and was like, I literally feel like, what the fuck, like I feel like gross, like I'm like, oh my god, am I not sexually attractive to him? But that's not what you were saying.
Not at all. And I told her that.
Okay,
you gotta understand, these conversations, they're like max 5 minutes long.
End. Yeah,
that was at least an hour.
Yeah,
at the very least. There was probably more of us talking up there.
In that moment when I was watching, and you can clarify, it felt also like you were saying that, and I could be wrong, but I feel like the viewers kind of felt this way. And you when you shared that with her, you used that an example of like why you basically were gonna maybe like try and make things work with Andrea.
I mean, maybe, but no. Like it was more of just like telling her everything about us, like on the table. So if that did happen, like she understands where I'm at. Like I didn't want to blindside anyone. And I feel like I ended up blindsiding her because I didn't get the chance to talk to her before the recoupling thing. That was like, that's one of my biggest regrets, is I should have insisted, because I wasn't able to get to her, and I should have been like, no, we're not, like, I need to talk to Leah before this, like, because I knew it was going to happen. But yeah.
Can you explain that you weren't able to get to her? Like, do they physically put you in different rooms and you can't see people? Oh, are you not allowed to say that?
I can't talk about it. Yeah.
Really? I feel like
Yeah.
everyone knows that. Okay, so
You
I'm
can't-
gonna.
I
Okay,
can't. Yeah.
I'll just assume that you guys are like separated.
I mean,
for
I
spurts of
wasn't
time.
able to talk to her. That's all I can say. Like, I
Okay.
didn't get the chance.
Okay.
I didn't get the chance to talk to her.
And can we just like finish the conversation on how everyone thought that you were potentially crying to manipulate the situation? I think a lot of people looked at the situation like, wow, he's in a position of power. He's getting to pick between these two women. If anyone
and he's
should,
crying, yeah, it's
and
ridiculous.
he's crying, like
yeah.
if fucking Leah should be crying if anyone's crying, but
Yeah.
she didn't, obviously.
Yeah.
And so people were struggling to know if the tears were genuine or if they were like a manipulation tactic to like make it look kind of like, oh, this sucks for me too, and like kind of get you out unscathed. What do you say to that?
That's completely not true. I mean, you can ask anyone. That I would never want to cry. Like, no, definitely not. That was completely genuine.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I wish it didn't happen at all.
The pool. Was there nowhere else to go?
So this is one of those things so in my head, I wasn't planning on going to the pool, but I saw it. I walked down the stairs, I saw it. I was like, oh, I had noticed earlier that day you could go up under the deck and there's no cameras, there's no mics. I just wanted to be alone. I was like, fuck this shit. And I was like, all right, I'm going in there. And so I took my clothes off, I jumped in, I went in there, and then I got in there and I was like, they probably think I'm killing myself or something.
I was going to
Like,
say.
I was like, this is a terrible idea. This was an awful idea. So then I got out and then I just walked out. And that's what I should have done. I should have just walked out because I needed to be alone. That's what I needed. But I knew they were going to stop me. I knew if I walked out, they were going to like stop me, whatever. But I knew I get in the pool. Like, what are they going to do? Fish me out? Like, but yeah, it was, yeah. Hindsight, not the best choice.
What do you think your biggest flaw is when it comes to dating?
Probably my biggest flaw.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to pick one.
Oh, okay. List a couple. We're here.
I think I definitely learned from this that I have an issue with letting people in, and letting my walls down. I think I also struggle with like communication. And I think I procrastinate my feelings. I think I'm feeling them, but I don't process them in my brain until I have to. And that is probably one of the biggest things. Like, that's what I think happened with the Leah and Andrea situation, where I think if I had just like, but then again, I was never alone, and I have to be alone to do that kind of thing. And I think if I was able to do that, it could have been so much better. I could have communicated with Leah a lot better, because something about it is like, you can recouple, but it doesn't mean it's over. And I still had those feelings for Leah. And I think if I could have talked to her about it, I don't know what would have happened, but like, it would have been different.
Why do you think you have such a hard time with letting people in?
Probably just the way I grew up.
Okay.
Probably just like
Share.
kind of, well, like I'm one of four, and I was just always more the quiet one, kept to myself, I was like the middle child. There's four of us, but I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I just was like kind of independent. And I think a lot of times I just felt like people didn't care. So like, I just didn't ever, and I still feel like that. I feel like people don't care because they don't. Like, realistically, most people don't give a shit. Like, they'll ask you, but they don't really care. So I just don't waste my time in telling people. Like, usually I just kind of like keep on going until I feel like it's something that matters, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I think it's only in one-on-one conversations that I can like actually let my walls down and talk. Because I think I gave every girl a chance and I tried my best. But I like, looking back, I was like, damn, especially like after the Andrea and Leah thing, it just like tightened me up even more. Like, because I hurt them and I knew that, and it wasn't my fault. Like, I fucked up. And it was hard for me to like keep going after that.
I think people felt that. You kind of like shut off after all that happened. Are your parents still together?
They got divorced like 2 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What is your relationship like with your mom?
It's really good.
And your dad?
It's good.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah. My mom's a lot like me. She's like very witty and funny. She's hilarious. You would love her. And then my dad he's really artistic, and he's very handsome, and that's like his thing.
He's really handsome.
Yeah.
And that's his thing.
You should, yeah, he is. But well, no, and being an artist, he's an artist.
Okay,
He's a
so you kind of got like a little bit of.
I did. I got both. I got both those things. So that's good. I got some of their best traits, and I got both of their worst traits.
What are their worst traits?
My mom is really emotional, and sometimes says and like thinks things emotionally sometimes, which I do, which I've really worked on. Like, I think, and then, yeah, I got some stuff from my dad too.
You're like, and I don't want to say what I got from my dad. Moving on. That's fine. Yeah. I respect it. Is there a theme? I know you kind of talk about communication, but I want to know a little bit more. Like, is there a theme of why every relationship you've had has ended?
Yeah, I think there is. This is really going to be sad, but it's just I don't think that I've been able to let someone all the way in.
And what do you feel when you like start, like someone starts to get close
I feel like
to
I
you?
reach a point and they keep going and I can't.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Try.
I didn't know this was going to be that deep. Also, I need to turn my phone off.
Turn it off. You're not allowed to look at your phone when I ask you a deep question. Go ahead.
Why do I think that is? I think I have. Gosh, this is really. I thought this would be more fun. I don't know.
It'll get fun.
I think I need therapy. To be honest,
I think
more
that's-
therapy. Yeah.
I think that's a good answer,
Yeah,
right?
I think I don't love me. And I really don't give a shit what people say about me because most of the time I'm saying it to myself already. Like when I got out, I saw all the horrible things people were saying about me and I was like, beat you to the punch. Like I've been saying that shit this whole time. So I think I need to get over that before I can like really, and I'm a lot better. I'm way better than I used to be. I used to be like really bad. Like I'm my number one. I'm just hard on myself. And I think that comes with being an artist. I consider myself an artist. I love creating things. I love making things. And I think that's just part of the mentality is like, you can always be better. Like it's never perfect,
Yeah.
which is not a good mentality to have. Like you can't be perfect. It's literally impossible. But I know I'm very far from perfect and I'm starting to accept it more and more. And I think like, I don't know. I've like hurt people in the past. Like I said with my last girlfriend, like I fucking hurt her and it still tears me up. Like, and it's completely my fault. There's no one to blame but me. There's no good excuse for it. And it's just like, fuck. I just carry it around.
I appreciate though, and I think a lot of people watching this will appreciate, Rob, that you're like, you do take accountability in what you're saying. You're like, I know I fucked up. I know I'm the one that fucked up. I want to like figure out my shit. There's so many people, one of your friends that we saw this season, that like doesn't take accountability and is like acting like, no, I didn't do that. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. Like, you're like, no, I did that and I fucked up and I don't know why the fuck I did that. Like, I think that's progress. I think that's like the first step to actually like understanding why the fuck you make certain decisions.
Yeah.
Right?
I try to be a good person. I really do. Do I think I'm a good person? Yeah. Actually, yeah. I do think I'm a good person. I think of others often and I try. But I'm not perfect and I mess up and I want to be better, I guess is what I'm saying. Like I've never been in a point in my life where I'm like, this is as good as it gets. I'm like this. But no, I always want to keep getting better. And I think I have.
Do you think that this process made you realize more that you want to keep working on yourself?
100%. I mean, like I was working on myself before it, but like that's one of the valuable things I got from this is I was able to look at myself in conflict. Like, how do I react in like when I'm angry? How do I react when I'm really hurt? Like I can literally go and watch it. Like, and that's like super valuable. It really is because you can see, and that's something that Leah got from this too. Yeah. Because Leah was, I mean, she said some awful things about me and claimed to never have said them when she talked to me.
Like what?
That she said that I was a little bitch and that I gave her the ick because of it, and like just like some crazy shit that I've seen some clips. But she never admitted to that once until movie night. Like she said she didn't say that. And then at one point she's like, I may have said some things. And I was like, but I fully believe Leah didn't. She didn't. Like, I think she says things that when she gets emotional and then it just never happened. Like she doesn't actually feel it. She didn't say it. I think that kind of happens with her. At least, I don't know, in that regard.
I feel like your thing this season was like you run when things get a little hard. Like you physically run under the pool. You would like walk away from things. You would go to Soul Ties by yourself and like stand there. And like, I think do you do that in your real life? Like, do you kind of like remove yourself when things are getting a little complicated or heightened?
I would say, yeah, at times, but also I would say I have to do that sometimes because like I said, I'm serious. If you were just sitting in a room with me, I wouldn't be able to think about my feelings. It's really weird. I really need to be alone to process how I'm feeling, and journaling helps a lot. And I couldn't do either of those things. Oh,
you couldn't journal?
You can't, no, because Beach Hut is your journal. Sorry, I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's like the cutaway.
Right. Oh, it's like your confessional.
Yeah,
is
confessional
your journal.
is your journal. Yeah.
Right, but staring into a camera is a little.
Also, like the amount of things I've written in my journal that I don't mean. You just say it to get it out, And then I'm like, okay, I don't feel that way. Move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I process.
So you then couple up with Andrea,
Mm-hmm.
and you were together for 4 days.
Yep.
And obviously, like, you went from being with Leah to then being with Andrea. Like, what did you feel like was the core difference in those two relationships that you experienced?
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by T-Mobile. When it's time for a big, juicy gossip session with one of my friends, I need a reliable way to get all the tea. And by tea, I mean T-Mobile, okay? Having more 5G coverage means getting 5G signal more often. And as someone who is constantly on the go, it is so nice to have a reliable network that I can count on. Being a T-Mobile customer also means that I have access to a ton of perks like concert tickets, skipping lines at events, and free in-flight Wi-Fi so I can keep posting from the sky. That free in-flight Wi-Fi has been key lately because we're trying to find my best friend Lauren a man on every flight we take, and I have to keep the Daddy Gang updated live with our progress. T-Mobile also has VIP Club Magenta lounges that offer free drinks for T-Mobile customers, and you guys know I can't say no to a free dirty martini. So, Daddy Gang, kick your old carrier to the curb. It is time to block their number. Then go and hit up T-Mobile when you're ready to really be taken care of. Check out the VIP treatment at tmobile.com/benefits.
You went from being with Leah to then being with Andrea. Like, what did you feel like was the core difference in those two relationships that you experienced?
So after like everything that happened with Leah, I was like, okay, I made the right decision. Like, that's just the way I saw it. I was like, this was nuts. Like, this, we've not known each other that long. We had this whole thing, which it was mostly my fault.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was mostly my fault that it happened that way. But I mean, she'll admit some fault in it as well. But I feel like it was mostly my fault. But it just didn't work. And I thought it was like, okay, our communication styles, whatever. I was like, okay, well, I made the right choice. Like, things with Andre are really great. And it was an amazing 4 days we had. Like, I was like smitten. Like, I really was. Like, I was having a great time, and you can tell.
You seemed it.
You can tell. I just thought she was like so much, like, just good. Like, I don't know. I like talking to her, and I loved the way she talked about her family, and it just felt really romantic. Like, it just felt romantic. That's like the best way I could put it. I felt romantic when I was with her.
In the moment of those 4 days, and I want to clarify because I feel like a lot of people are like, you fucking knew each other for 4 days. Like, 4 days seems like what in Love Island time?
That's like a month. Like
a
week. A week is like a month. It seriously is. Like, it feels like you've known them forever because literally, you're with, like, usually you date a girl, you may go on a date. You'll see her maybe next week or in a couple days, and you're like, you'll text the whole time, whatever. But like, there you are with them at any opportunity you can, and you have to talk about how you feel about everything. You're immediately talking about how many kids you want, and then if you like them, that progresses really, really fast.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Like, women, think about this if you're listening. Like, you get upset after a fourth date if a guy ghosts you, and because you're like, well, we went on our fourth day for you, for almost 24 hours of basically hanging out, sleeping together,
it's
talking,
like our 20th date. Yeah.
Okay, so it got super emotional, and then obviously when elimination came around, the girls decided to send Andrea home.
Yeah.
And the world was fucking shocked. Like, people online were like, this is the craziest episode that we've ever seen in Love Island history. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And obviously you were shocked. What do you remember feeling when you heard her name called?
At first, I was just mad. I was like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. We had the strongest connection of most of the people in the villa at the time, like, let alone who was up for elimination. And I was like, I was just baffled. I was like, how does this make sense? And then I was like, fuck it, I'm leaving.
Yeah, so you immediately stood up and you were like, now you're sending 3 home. Like,
well, it wasn't immediate. That's longer.
Okay,
as well.
but it was
like,
edited.
We're sitting there, we're talking, like, there's a back and forth between the girls and the guys.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. And then finally, like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, yeah, nah. And then Aaron's like, no, Rob, no. And I got up and I was like, yeah, I'm leaving.
So you say you're leaving.
Yeah.
And then you don't leave.
Yeah.
I understand your explain your reasoning to maybe people that forget why you didn't leave.
All right. So once again, that was a 3-hour process of me wanting to leave. and like having conversations with people, and they're like, no, you shouldn't, like think it through.
So it wasn't 30 minutes?
No.
Okay.
No, she did have 30 minutes back, and I had that conversation with her. But after she left, I was like, no, fuck it, no. Like, so I had a conversation, and they were like, no, you should stay, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's so dumb. You've only known her for 4 days, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. But then right after that, I was like, nah, I'm leaving. Like, I'm like, no, like, I'm actually leaving. And I just had a lot of conversations, blah, blah, blah. And they convinced me to stay the night. And then the next day, I calmed down. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, I came here to find the best connection. It was going amazing with her. Yeah. And I think, like, you know, like the honeymoon stage of a relationship, we were at that point where I was like, this girl could do no wrong. I was just like so keen, like I was just happy. Gone. And I was like, fuck, like I don't know, like it was just a bad time. Like it literally the next day I could have been like, oh, like I don't know about this, you don't know, but I was like, who knows who else might come in here, like, you know, because it was still early days.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I mean, yeah, it does. I don't want to get out of here, get with her. It doesn't work out, which statistically, very high probability that we would not work out. And then I'm like, damn, what could have been?
Do you regret the way that you responded though in that moment? Because you obviously got Andrea's hopes up.
Yeah, 100% I regret it. I wish I wouldn't have said it. But in that moment, that's what I was doing. Like I was set on leaving. Like and for a while after that, I was set on leaving. Even the next day. But yeah, of course you don't see any of that.
Had she not got sent home, do you think that you guys would have gone to the finale together?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it would have worked out. Like, I really don't.
Yeah.
Like it was really, really great, but like it was still early days.
Yeah.
Like we had a lot to learn about each other, and you know.
Have you seen the TikTok that's trending that like you sat up there and you thought like you said, oh, you're sending 3 home. Now you're fucking in your overalls.
What now, bitch? Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, it's kind of iconic.
No, yeah. No, Leah's hilarious. Like I love, like Leah's great.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
So after the elimination of Andrea, she's gone, and Leah basically told you that she took a backseat in that decision of the process of sending Andrea home. And this caused so much fucking drama between you and Leah. You called her a liar. It caused drama between Leah and all the women.
Yeah.
Now looking back, what do you actually believe happened?
I think it was a lot of miscommunication.
Okay.
From the girls to me, from me to Leah. And so first of all, I did not think Leah was capable of lying to me. I really thought that we had something special, and I did not think she was lying to me at all. Until that conversation that she had with me. It was up on the upstairs thing. She told me, like, and once again, I haven't watched it. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she basically said like she didn't talk shit about me and Andrea, or she didn't talk shit about me, or like shit like that. And I knew that wasn't true, and I was like, damn. And then she said I took a backseat in the decision, and I was like, interesting. And the point of that conversation was not about that at all. For me, it was more about, is this girl lying to me? Because like I still had feelings for her, and like I was thinking at this point, I was like, okay, maybe I should give this another shot. That's what the point. You remember when I pulled Liv in?
Kaylor.
Yeah, I was not trying to like.
You can't even remember Kaylor's name.
Sorry, I can remember Kaylor's name. Kaylor, I love you so much. She's like a sister to me.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm interested to talk to you about all that. But
yeah, okay. Yeah, when I pulled them, the only reason I did that is because I didn't want to like. I knew Leah was gonna get upset, and I just didn't want to have the conversation at all. If they were like, "Oh no, she did," I would have been like, "Okay, cool," and I would have dropped it. The only reason I pulled them is because I just wanted all the facts. I wanted to know the truth before I went into it. Also, if she had been lying to me, I knew she was going to lie. And she did kind of deny everything when we started the conversation. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I just kind of felt lied to. And then they just kept yelling at each other. And I was like, I don't even want to be a part of this anymore. That's not what I wanted at all. Also, people were saying that we teamed up on her. I talked to Leah by myself, and she called Liv over. I think she kind of thought Liv was going to be on her side, and then she just wasn't at all. And then it was like, bad. I hated that moment because it was just like Leah was just in the between two people that disagreed with her, and it just wasn't fair for her at all.
No, I agree. I think like understandably Leah, when she called Liv over, thought that Liv was gonna be like, oh yeah, we got your back, girl. Yeah. And then Liv was like, no, I'm gonna be real, and this is how I feel about it.
What happened, yeah.
And then in that moment it should have been like, okay, I didn't know that, so Liv, you and Leah need to have a conversation alone. Let's you and I finish our conversation. Because I agree, it became ganging up, but then it was also tough because it's like, yeah, but you asked Liv, and Liv's telling.
Yeah, exactly. She
opinion.
asked for that. Yeah, and and she was trying to team up on me.
Yeah.
But I wanted the conversation to be really calm. Like I was trying to be really, really calm.
Yeah.
And then she just kept like saying these things, and I was like, this is not true. And that's when I like lost my shit, and I was like, can you just wake the fuck up? Like just be real with me.
It's interesting because this isn't even a question for you. It's a question for production. And I think everyone on the internet is feeling it. It's like, why will they not just air the clip? Just air the clip of the girls in the huddle. And
they never did.
They never did.
I thought I would get to see it.
No, we've never seen it. No one ever aired it. And I think a lot of people have a conspiracy that like Leah was getting a bad edit, so maybe it completely clears her name and they don't want to put it up, or like I don't know what the fuck happened in that huddle, but like they have never aired it. Just air it.
Based on what the girls have told me, I don't think it does that. I don't think it clears her name.
Really?
No, but that's once again he said she said, which I don't want to talk about that in a negative way towards anybody, because I don't like talking bad about people at all.
No, but I get it. Like you're in the middle of this drama and everyone, it's like this one thing. Everyone's like, what the fuck was the decision? And understandably, everyone's gonna like say their piece, but I just wish show us the fucking footage. Just show us the footage.
Yeah.
Just play. And I thought we were gonna get that on movie night, and we didn't. We're like, just play, clear everyone's names, get the truth. I don't know, production.
I would have loved to see that as well.
Maybe they should.
I heard what was said.
You heard what was said.
Yeah. Did they ever air that?
No.
I was told like specifically what she was saying.
Why not
after that?
Share it with the class.
I don't want to because I don't know if it's true.
Who told you?
I don't want to say that either.
Okay. But you got
it's just drama.
You
like,
got specifics.
To me, that's drama.
Okay.
I like to know facts, and if I know facts, I will call you out on it, and I will like be like, hey, let's talk about this. But I'm not gonna like start something over something I don't know is true or not. Like that's ridiculous to me.
No, that whole thing just became so much bigger than it was meant to be.
And it became about the decision that I wasn't. I was just trying to like talk about like how honest she had been with me.
Yeah. And
I feel like the way she reacted made me feel like she wasn't being honest at all.
Well, also at the end of the day, no matter what Leah said in that circle, there were three or four girls making that decision.
No, 100%. It wasn't all on her.
So,
and I didn't care about that. Like,
that wasn't what
she
you were
made
asking.
the decision. What she just like, I just wanted to know if she was being honest about taking a back seat. I think that's what it became about. It was never about that. Even if she was full like, we need to get Andre out of here, I wouldn't have been mad at her. Like I would have just like to know if that was the truth. I just wanted honesty.
Okay.
That's all I wanted. I wanted to know that I could trust her.
And you don't feel like you got that?
No, I didn't. I felt like I couldn't trust her at that time. I was like, and like now, like looking back, I don't know. Because I think it was really getting twisted around.
I agree.
By everyone.
Yeah.
But myself included. I think that I didn't remember things right from our first conversation. But like, I think everybody involved in that had a different narrative. And then there was the truth. And none of us were on it. I don't think.
I know, play the fucking
but
clip,
no one knows.
Peacock. They should air that as like a bonus episode, and it's like a 2-second clip.
Or it'd be like $2.99.
Right.
They'd make so much money. Like an OnlyFans link for that clip.
I would fucking pay for it.
I know.
In the real world, do you have an easy time trusting partners?
When I first start something with someone, I fully trust them. That's like, I'm not going to date you if I don't. And that's why I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to date Leah.
Have you ever gone through someone's phone?
Yeah, once. Well, like my first college girlfriend, that was the most toxic relationship I've ever been in.
Okay.
On both sides. I was toxic. She was toxic. We could not stay away from each other to save our lives. Broke up a million times. Got back together a million times.
Of course.
Craziest things. Also, we're drinking all the time because it's college. So that's the most toxic relationship I've ever been in. It was crazy. But yeah, I went through her phone for sure. She went through my phone too. I would wake up and she'd have my phone. She'd be like, "You motherfucker!" No. Like I have the craziest stories of like between us. But
did you find anything incriminating?
Yes,
I know. So have you been cheated on?
I mean, we weren't together at the time.
Right. It was the toxic college thing where it's like.
Yeah.
Do you want to share a funny, crazy story with us?
No.
Why?
No. Because she's a good girl, and I wish her the best, and we both grew up. People can change, and I don't want people to be like, you did that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think people will know who she is?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Everyone from my hometown will know who she is.
Oh, and then it will come out. Yeah.
But I wish her the best. I think she's about to get married. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Definitely don't share the story.
Congrats.
So proud of you. Out of that toxic shit with Rob.
Yeah.
Onto healthier things.
No, I think a lot of my ex-girlfriends are about to get married. I prepare them. I'm like, no. I'm like the stepping stone.
How does it make you feel?
Sad.
No, Rob.
Sad.
You're going to find your person.
Maybe.
Are you the jealous type?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Like how jealous? Jealous.
I'm like more of like a protective jealous, but like when I'm dating a girl, like I'll kind of make it known, like I'll put myself in between her and whatever the situation is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of like that.
Okay.
That kind of jealous.
Can we talk about Aaron? Your
Of course.
boy Aaron. Throughout this season, online sometimes people would joke that like you guys were the strongest couple in the fucking
I've seen a lot of that. A lot of that.
How would you describe your friendship?
I think like at first I was like, I'm not so sure about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the kind of the opposite of me in the way that he's like really loud and like loves to like, he's just silly and like goofy and I'm like that too, but like only when I'm like really comfortable with people.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I got to know him and like he felt like family. Like he's like really like, he's really sweet and he really like cares about everyone. Like he really did. Like he would get sad when anyone was sad. Like
Specifically you though.
yeah. Yeah. Well, like we like became really, really good friends. Like he seriously felt my brother.
Okay, during Casa Amor. Now we really need you to give us some information, okay? To clarify this, we don't have to speak about this again. We watched Aaron basically cheat on Kaylor with Daniela.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they were open.
Okay, they were open, but it was like pretty fucking slimy.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the clips, I was shocked.
Okay.
I was shocked, and I was shocked the day that I saw him kissing her on the beanbag. I was shocked.
Okay. When it was time to return to the villa, you brought his girl Daniela back in with you.
Right.
And he returned as single so that he could present as loyal basically to Kaylor. And he's like, I want you. What the fuck happened? Do not lie to me. Tell me what happened.
Well, I wasn't really getting on with any. Like, I got to know all the girls. They were great girls. Sydney, so funny. Like, I thought they were really great girls, but I didn't see like long-term relationship type things with most of them. And Danielle had been talking with Aaron most of the time. And we have like similar type as far as personality. And the first conversation I had with her, I really liked, and he was telling me the whole time that I should talk to her. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, like I think you guys really get along. And I'm like, but because I think he knew he wasn't going to take her back. Okay. And at that point, he was like, you should at least talk to her and see.
Even though he loved her.
He loved her?
He told her that he loved her twice.
Daniela?
Yes. You have seen this.
He said that he loved her?
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Did they show that at movie night?
No. That's what's been so crazy online is everyone's like, why the fuck was that not played at movie night? I don't know if Kaylor even knows that yet. She probably does now that she's out.
Definitely does.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it was like the biggest thing on the internet.
Really? I haven't even seen it on like anything. I haven't seen it clipped or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Mm-hmm. What was the question?
Anyways, so how the fuck did you come back to the villa with Daniela?
Well, yeah, so I literally didn't get a chance to talk to her that much at all. And then I did. I talked to her and I was like, well, I was like, I liked her value. I like where her values were. And I liked like, once again, like she's very family oriented like me. And she loves animals. She wanted to be a vet. I was like, okay, I could see something here. So I was like, what am I going to do? Go back single to no one to live?
You did say you liked her right before you left.
I was actually really close to doing that exact thing. I was really close to going back single and just being like, Liv, what's up? You want to hang out? Yeah, I was really close to doing that. Okay. I seriously thought about it, but I was like Liv and I both knew, like, we get on and like we get each other's humor, and like I find her really attractive, but like it was like it's more of a friendship for sure. Like,
so did Aaron ask you to bring Daniela back?
No. Hell no. He didn't want me to bring her. Oh, actually, he did.
Thank you.
He did. Like, but then after that, right, like immediately after that, he was like, terrible idea. Don't bring her back.
Right. Okay, so he did. So he did articulate that.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Thank you. Can you please tell us about the conversation?
Oh, fuck. I don't really remember that well. But he was like, he like he pulled me for a chat, and he was like, oh yeah, she took it really, really well. The way that when he said that he was done, like he wasn't going to take her back, whatever, she took it, he said like she took it with like such grace, and like she was so kind, and she just said really nice things about him and stuff. And he was like, oh dang, like that was really cool. He's like, you're going to like her a lot. You should hang out with her. But like, yeah. And he was like, you should take her back. Yeah. I forgot. I totally, but it's because the reason I forgot about it is because maybe 10 minutes after that conversation, he was like, please forget everything I just said. That's an awful idea. I'm going back to Kayla, and I really like Kayla. Like, that's just, don't bring her back at all unless you really want to. And I was like, okay.
And just for like anyone who for some reason is watching this and never watched Love Island, basically the point is Aaron was coupled up with Kayla, goes into a new house with all new women, is making out with this new girl, and then basically asks Rob to bring that girl back into the villa on his accord so that like.
Well, he did not say, he said only if you see something with her, like if you want to bring her back, do it. But like, it was like, yeah, it was like, I guess implied like that he thinks that she's cool, but I'm telling you, literally 10 minutes after that, he was like
freaking out.
Everything I said, so wrong.
Right,
I don't know
like,
what
idiot.
the hell I was
No.
thinking. Yeah,
No.
I'm a dumbass. Do not do that unless you really want to. And then I was like, I got to know her, and I was like, there's enough there that I want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of time.
Did you feel like a dick doing that to Kayla?
Yeah, I did, because I care about Kayla. She's
Yeah.
like a sister to me. But I also thought about it like, okay, well, at least like she's gonna know, like, and I was wrong, but at least she's gonna know that he's being honest, because she'll tell him everything. And then she didn't. I've seen that as well. Yeah, I know. But that was like my silver lining. I was like, okay, yeah, like this is gonna be weird, and it sucks because like Aaron's my best friend, and Kayla is his girl, and like I want to be able to hang out with them all together. But honestly, like Kayla really took it with grace, like and she got along with Daniela enough that like we could all kind of hang out. But like, I don't know, things. Yeah,
Aaron is kind of in the doghouse on the internet.
I know.
He's kind of the villain of the season.
I know. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be okay, because I think what I've just told him over and over again is, you fucked up. You got to take accountability. And as long as you keep doing that, I think it's going to be okay. Because I promise you this, he loves Kayla. He really does.
Wow.
He cares about her so much. And it was killing him even in Casa. Like, he was like, I remember one day specifically, it was after he kissed her. He sat in the room for like hours and just stared and was like, what the fuck have I done? Blah, blah, blah. And he really cares about her a lot. He really does.
Yeah, but he gets really emotional for you. There are so many clips of like his emotions towards you versus everyone else, even Kayla. Like, he was sobbing when he thought you were going to leave. It's kind of cute. So for the rest of your time in the villa, you obviously kind of like didn't find that connection that was as strong as Andrea or Leah. And I don't know if you've seen all the fan edits. You have seen all the fan edits of you and Leah.
I've seen a ton. I mean, how could I not? They're fucking everywhere.
The entire world like wanted you guys to end up together.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever try to make it work in the real world?
I think after everything, I think we will be amazing friends. And I think I'd rather just focus on that for now. Like love being around her. She's an amazing person. She's so fucking funny. Like, I'm like laughing the whole time I'm with her usually. But like, I mean, I also think Miguel is a really great guy. I love Miguel, and we're actually really similar, which I didn't see coming at all. Like some of the way we think. But yeah, I think, I don't know what's happened obviously, but I mean, no, I mean, I'm going to respect them and her, and like I just don't think that that's like necessary at all. I think that we're great friends, and that's like a great spot to be, and I'm happy with it. Like, I'm content in that. Like, I would be content being friends with her.
Okay. I don't think people like that answer.
I mean,
but that's okay. That's the honest truth. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, like, I'm okay with being friends, and I want to be friends.
Why do you think America is rooting for you and Leah, even though she has something good with Miguel?
Probably all the edits. Probably all the fucking edits you guys have made of us looking at each other. And like, I mean, and we care. It's like, it's not built on nothing. Like, yeah. We care for each other for sure. I feel that she cares for me and I care for her. But yeah, after everything, like, I think it would be really, really hard. I mean, it's kind of like the Aaron Kayla situation. Like, that's going to be such an uphill battle for them to get through. And I think like the best thing for us is just to like move on and be friends. Like, seriously, I think that's just the best thing.
Was it as epic in the villa, the like feelings that you guys had as compared to like these fan edits? Because you guys had this like, it feels like this like unsaid like insane attraction, and it was this whole whirlwind, and like, did it feel that way?
Mm, most of the time, no.
Rob.
What?
I love that answer.
Most of the time, no. There was definitely some moments where I was like, damn. Like, I cannot lie. There was definitely some moments where I was like, damn. But most of the time, like a lot, like I've seen a lot of them. I'm like, I don't even think she was looking at me in that. Like, like some of them, I'm like, okay. But yeah, like other times, I'm like, yeah. I mean, that was a nice moment for us. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
But the edits have made it really like.
It's definitely like hyped up a lot.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
How do
I
you
think she would say the same thing.
How do you think Leah feels about you now? Obviously, we saw your like grand final moment with her where you run up.
So funny. Didn't feel like that at all. Like,
Really?
I mean, in the moment it did, but like I literally just wanted to say bye and like let her know that I cared about her and I thought she was great. And I'm glad that we got to get back to that point. That's all I wanted to say. But then it was like, I don't know, it was so much more emotional than I thought it was going to be. Like in my head, I was like, this is not a big deal at all. I'm just going to let her know these things. And then I let her know. And then I was like, oh, that was kind of crazy. Like a little bit. It wasn't that crazy, but like it seems a lot crazier on TV, I think.
So producers did not make you do that?
No, they didn't make me do that.
Because everyone was like, oh my God, that felt too perfect that it was like produced.
No, like other than like the lines they wrote me. No,
No,
I'm playing. I'm playing. No, that was.
Well, and it's like music goes into it, which like
Yeah,
there was
exactly,
no
which
music
heightens
playing
it up.
while
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
fucking saying that.
Exactly.
But you both did you say like love you, which I feel like not an I love you, but a love you is pretty friend zoning.
Yeah.
Because it's like once you say love you to someone, it's like, ooh, wow. Because if you were really going to be in a romantic situation, you'd probably like save
I
those
love
words.
you. Yeah. If you say that, it's like I love you as a friend. Yeah, for sure.
Which you just said you guys are friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm curious. Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
She said after she left that she would love to rekindle things with you. This probably was a while ago. I know she's been like posting a lot. Would you want to give your guys' relationship a shot in the real world or no?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I've been talking to her a little bit, but it's not like. I think once again, like it's probably better if we just kind of like keep our distance for now. Like kind of like it's a lot has happened, and she's been like posting a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, which is like I'd be lying if I was like, I was kind of like, oh, it's a lot of things to post about, which sounds really bad, but like I do think she's a great girl, and I think she got like I think the reason she did that is like she went in there and did what she was supposed to do. She did nothing wrong, literally did nothing wrong, and she was always kind. Like when she left, I don't know if I haven't seen it, but I don't know when she left, she was in a position where she could have said a lot of mean things and been like, yeah, y'all are some bitches for doing this, blah, blah, blah. Did not say a word. All she said was like how much she cared about me and then left. Like, I thought that was like so good. And like, I thought she handled herself so well the whole time, which is why I was kind of surprised. Like, she was like posting a lot of stuff, but like, I get she got like the most hate from anyone from the show.
So did you reach out or did she reach out when you got your phone?
I texted her. I just said, hey, how are you? Like, and then I called her. Well, we called, we FaceTimed for a little bit. Didn't talk about like anything like crazy, just like wanted to see how she was doing. Cause at this point I hadn't looked at really anything online. And I was just like, how are you doing? Like everything, I was thinking about you a lot, like blah, blah. Told her cause I knew once she left, she didn't know what happened. And I think it was made to look like she left. I was like, I'm leaving. I didn't. And then I didn't give a fuck. Yeah. That was not the case. Yeah. I was like, you can ask us any person in there. I was so fucked like for that week after that. Like it was tough, but like I did get better and I got over it like towards the end. So like, and I let her know like all that. And I was just like, cause I felt guilty. I felt really guilty about it. And at times I was like, I should have just left. Like I'm such a bitch. Like, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I tear myself up. Like, but rightfully so. Like it was such a lose-lose situation at that point. Like cause I got emotional and said that, but yeah, I just kind of let her know like how it went, how I was feeling and everything. And she told me like a little bit about what was going on with her. And then that was it. And then we've texted a little bit, but I did start to see like all the stuff that she was doing. And I was like, that's something that I did not see coming from her. She just seemed very no drama, like in the villa. So no drama. Like she said that like, yeah. And I just was really kind of set back by that. When I saw that, I was like, oh, interesting.
It is interesting because I feel like that must be weird for you of like everyone was sort of a certain way in the villa. And now that everyone's going to be done and it's coming out and you're going to see everyone, like, I wonder if you're going to feel the same type of way. Have you thought about that? Like, once you see them in the real world, like, will you feel the same type of way about them as you did with like these kind of blinders on in the villa?
Yeah, it's like when you're in the villa, it's like tunnel vision, and you get outside, the tube's gone. You know,
right,
it's like
if
you're
you
just
were at
a girl
bar,
now.
would you still be like down to hang with her?
Right.
Or is she like not the vibe? Because it's,
But it's not like, the reason I'm having those thoughts, it has nothing to do with me being out. It has to do with me seeing what she's been doing while I was out. Like, I was like, interesting. But I will just, like, last thing on it, like, I will give her like credit. Like, I do get why she would be doing that if like people were coming at her, but it was a lot.
Okay, I'm going to say the names of women that you connected with on like the season, and I want you to describe your relationship with them in one word.
You have enough paper? Sorry.
One word.
Yep.
Or if you want to describe your relationship. No, one word.
That's great.
You got this?
This is a Rob thing, yeah.
That's why I said one word.
One word's good.
Okay, ready?
I guess. Let me think. Do I know that? Okay.
Okay, Cassidy.
Cassidy? Shy.
Sex.
No, I had sex with Cassie.
Cassie.
But Cassidy
didn't
have sex with her.
You couldn't hold out anymore.
It had been a really, really, really long time. And like, after I was like, fuck, Rob. You made it this whole time. You didn't have sex on TV. Your poor mother. You're like, everyone's going to be like, he never cared about any of those bitches. He's just going to fuck, you know? And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm an adult. She's an adult. It felt right in the moment. Like, it happened. Like, and I don't regret it. It's like, it just happened.
Did you do it in the bed when everyone was in the room? Yes, Rob. That's a yes.
I didn't say shit.
No, you did, because this is a podcast.
That's bad journalism.
So real people. Yeah, you just gave me a yes in your eyes.
I didn't say shit.
Because if it wasn't, you'd say no.
I'm about to onion back up right now.
No. We're not onioning. We are so fucking peeled down. You're doing so great.
You really have. You're good at this. I will give you credit.
You're
pretty good at this.
Thank you. You're a hard one to crack. Like, I will say, everyone at home that's like, why don't you ask him this? I'm trying. But we have gotten progress. Okay, so you did it in the room. Did you come like just on the sheets? Did housekeeping have to clean that up the next morning? Robert!
You use my full name.
That's some tea. You've said nothing. I'm fully like,
that is tea. I've said no words for what you're saying.
Okay. Did any of the people on the island know it happened until she said?
No one knew. That was the funniest part. I don't know how many conversations they put in, but Miguel, like, I think it was literally the next day, he was like, yeah, bruv, I just don't think that I could have sex in here. Like, it's just not something I'm gonna do. And I'm like, dude, me either, bro. And then Cassie was sitting right next to me. And I was like, dude, me either. Like, especially like in the room with everyone, could never do that. He's like, yeah, bro. Like, I mean, honestly, if someone did, I would rate it. But like, it's just something I wouldn't do. And I was like, yeah, bro, couldn't be me.
Can't relate.
And I looked at Cassie. She was like,
you're like, I feel light as a feather right now. God, you had been waiting for that.
I wouldn't say I've been waiting for it.
Not
but
sex.
Like,
I mean to like.
Oh, I was like
release.
Built up. Pent up.
Okay, Daniela. One word.
I'm trying to.
You can use a couple words.
Affectionate.
Liv.
Strong.
Andrea.
Understanding.
Leah.
Lovely.
Oh. Now you got us all making like clips of that. Think about how many fan edits are going to be.
It's alliteration.
No.
Lovely Leah. Like, come on. Chill the fuck out.
Oh, I want you guys to be together.
Stop. You're just saying that because of the edits. You watched the edits. They worked on you, and that's what you want.
They did work on me. Yeah. And I should know better. I like know this shit can be made. Come on. Okay. If you had to go into the hideaway with one person from the season,
what the fuck?
Right now, who would you go with?
That's nuts.
No.
That's nutty.
No.
Ariana. Anyways, next question.
She looked fucking amazing this season.
She looked so good. She was always wearing see-through clothes. I was like, what's up with her not really wearing clothes all the time?
How many times did you guys think she was a bombshell walking in?
Once, but also I thought she was an Islander when she was sitting there with them when we walked in. And I went around and shook everyone's hand. I shook her hand. I was like, nice to meet you. I'm Rob. And then I was like, oh, you're the host. Oh, yeah, it was really embarrassing.
There's a clip of like Cordell at one point, and everyone's like, it's Ariana. And Cordell comes out. And he's like, who the fuck is that?
He's blind as a bat. He can't see shit. It's so funny.
Serena and Cordell are so cute now.
I love them. I love them both individually.
Yeah.
So it makes me easy to like them as a couple. You know what I'm saying? Like they had their struggles.
They're really dope.
But that's why I think they'll be good.
Yeah.
I think because like they had a hard time. They got through a lot.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they're both dope.
Okay, who was the best kisser of the season?
Andrea.
You guys did seem like you had a good little.
Yeah, I would say Andrea.
Okay, I need you to clear something up. During the body count game, your answer was mysteriously just completely skipped over.
Really?
They didn't air it.
They didn't air it?
So what is your body count, Rob?
It was probably because it was boring.
What was it?
25.
Is that a fake number?
No.
That feels fake.
It's not fake.
That feels fake.
It's not fake.
It's not?
No. It's a good estimation.
Estimation.
It's good. It's 25.
Wait.
It's 26 now.
Lucky number.
Is it? Oh! No, it's not. 23 is a lucky number. Fuck. Passed it.
Is 23 your lucky number?
When I go to the casino, I put on red 23.
Okay. Do you go to Vegas a lot?
I used to when I lived in LA.
You lived in LA?
I mean, you could hardly say that. I was here for a year.
Why?
Work.
Yeah, what's
Rob
going
Thunder.
What?
Just kidding. It was a joke.
Wait.
That was a joke. So Connor, yeah. So the picture they took for me for like my picture, everyone thought I looked like a porn star. And so Connor came up with the name Rob Thunder. That was like me.
You kind of are giving porn star right now. Like I'm waiting for you to like gyrate on the chair.
Not gonna happen.
You're not gonna do that though.
Nope.
Anyways, okay, what is the weirdest place that you've ever had sex?
Airplane.
Airplane.
Maybe. Like that's a good one. Library.
Yep.
Shh. Everyone's reading.
Well, clearly you can be quiet. No one knew in the villa that you had sex. Okay, are you actually taking a break from dating? I know you keep saying it, like you're thinking like you got to chill on that, like you're gonna have everyone as friends.
I can't imagine like trying to get to know someone right now. I can't imagine like giving someone my full attention and like actually being able to be present.
Like what are you thinking right now? You need to like run home to Alabama and like get in your bed and like
like get in the woods and like leave my phone at home. I need to go in the creek and like, I'm not kidding. Like I really need that. It's like my therapy.
When you pick up your first snake, what are you gonna do to it? Kiss it?
No.
Oh. Have you ever kissed a snake?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If it feels right.
If the mood is right.
If the mood's right, we'll give him a little cutie. Yeah.
Okay, so you're ready to get back to the woods.
Yep.
Are you going to continue to be a snake wrangler? Or are you going to like start popping up? Are you going to do the reality stuff? Are you going to go back on another reality show? Like, what do you think's the vibe?
I have no idea. They've asked me a lot, like what I want to do from this. Cause like the show
it's so big.
It's number one. It beat every other show in America.
Yeah.
It was the number one streaming.
Insane.
Which I did not see coming. So like, I think we should keep catching snakes. I mean, like, if I get a really good opportunity, like,
maybe.
Like I said, I'll be like, fuck it, whatever. Like, that's kind of how I live my life. Like, that's why I went on Love Island. That's why that situation had. Like, I didn't apply for that, like.
Right.
So, yeah, if something comes across, like, I would, like, Survivor. Oh, I would do that. Like, some shit like that.
Are you going to see everyone for the reunion? Isn't there a reunion? There's a reunion coming up. Are you excited? Are you nervous?
I would say I'm nervous.
Why?
I don't know. Just when I think about that, the stress chemical in my brain comes out.
What stresses you out?
I'm procrastinating thinking about it.
No, we're almost.
No,
this is like basically the last
about
question. I promise. We have 2 more questions.
Okay.
So we'll take our time. What are you stressed about going to this reunion?
Well, I feel like I don't know. I'm just interested to see like who's still together and like how everything is going for everyone, and just like everyone together again. Like I think a lot of people went to the internet and maybe some things have been said that are like not great about other people, and that's gonna be a thing for sure. I mean,
but you have been kind of not causing drama, right?
I'm just being honest. Like anything I've said, I'll be like, yeah, I said that. I meant that. Like,
so you have nothing to be worried about now?
No. I just the situation in general.
Gives you anxiety.
That's just gonna be like not just me. No, not with me. I'm thinking about other people. Like I'm like, how the fuck is that gonna go? Like,
why?
So,
okay, will you tell me off camera who you're the most nervous about?
I'll tell you off camera. Yeah.
Okay, but you're gonna go and you're gonna be like drama free because you kind of. What if Miguel and Leah aren't together?
I'd be like, damn, sorry guys. I'd be like, damn, that sucks. I was really rooting for y'all. Take their hands.
Okay, Rob, closing statement. What would you like to say to the ladies of America who love or hate you?
Hate is the closest emotion to love.
No.
I'm just kidding. Thank you. I don't know. It's confusing. I'm confused. You know something? I kind of saw myself like after. Obviously, there was a lot of drama at the beginning, but after that, I just thought I was kind of a background character. Like I didn't really feel in the show anymore. So I just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I'm just chilling. And then I was surprised when I came out. It was like a lot of buzz about everything about me. And
what do you think this episode is evoking? Like, what do you think we're giving today?
I blacked out. I don't really know.
I kind of blacked out too.
I feel
like I had to ask you the same question over and over to get you to answer, and then we just kept going, and I think we got a lot of answers, right?
You did all the like the stuff I thought, like all the like drama stuff.
Right.
You got all that stuff. It's all good.
Like I know you're not going to answer the questions of like, who did you not like in the villa? Would you answer that? No, exactly. You're shaking your head. For those of you that are listening, driving to work, he's shaking his head.
I mean, just why would you want to talk about that? Why would you want to focus on the negative?
And
Alex? I know. You're saying you're not. I know.
Right, but you know that people are going to be like, why the fuck did you guys not ask certain questions? Like the one moment from movie night when you saw Leah making fun of you crying.
Yeah. And
then she apologized and it seemed super genuine.
Yeah, it was great.
Like
that. Oh yeah, that was okay. So
how did you feel about that?
So after not leaving, after Andrea left,
yeah.
I was like kind of regretting it a lot. And that moment made me the most happy I was about staying. That moment was so great. For me, like, and for us, I thought, which I really liked. It gave us closure, and it was in front of everyone, which I loved, because I'm not the kind of person that, like, I feel like there was weirdness in the villa about Leah and I, but I'm not the kind of person that's gonna go to everyone and like give my side of the story, blah blah blah. Like, I'm just gonna like let my actions speak for themselves.
Yeah.
But in that moment, I was given the opportunity to like talk with her and stuff, and I thought it was really good for us. And then we had a great conversation after that, and yeah, we just like we got back to being friends, and like it was good.
The heart rate challenge. Did you get a little excited?
No.
Yeah, you did.
I did not.
You got excited for Leah.
I got excited?
Oh, you mean like a boner? No, I'm just saying like you got the most.
The way you get a little excited? That's how you said it. You said it like a boner. Like, don't make me weirdo.
No, you thought it.
You said it like that. You said you get a little excited. You winked at me.
You got a little excited. Like your heart rate went up the most for her.
Crazy.
That's why the fan edits are popping off, Rob.
I just did.
No, I actually think Miguel is an awesome guy. And it's going to be interesting to see. This is the fascination around the show. It's like he lives in the UK, right?
Mm.
And she lives in Calabasas. It's going to be interesting for people. And same with Aaron, right? Like he's
moving to America.
Where does Kaylor live?
Pennsylvania.
Oh my God, I'm from Pennsylvania.
She's from a town of 6,000.
No. Is Aaron going to move there?
Surely not.
No, they're going to move to LA.
Aaron will hate LA.
I don't know. Aaron seems to love those flashy lights.
He will hate LA.
You think?
I hate LA. That's why I moved. No offense. It's great for other people. It's too much concrete for me.
Too much concrete.
Yeah.
You need the woods. Okay, Rob, is there anything else you want to say? Like, do you feel like you got everything off your chest?
I'm sure after this, I'm going to think of a million things. I'm like, damn, I should have said that. But like,
let's leave it for now.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a year. We'll catch up. We'll check in. See how you feel about it all.
Whatever you need.
Thank you, Rob, for coming on.
Thank you.
This was lovely.
Yeah.
This was a nice time.
It was good. I was like, it was good.
Like, you didn't feel like it was harder than you thought it was going to be?
No.
Was it more fun than you thought it was going to be?
Yes.
That's good. You came in here nervous.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still nervous.
Do you want to call Dave Portnoy?
Yes. I love Dave Portnoy.
Wait, you're a Barstool guy?
Not really, but I like him. He's just like...
Cool.
I know people hate him, but like, I like him.
I
think
Dave.
He's just Dave. I like genuine people. It was the same... Yeah.
Yeah.
I like genuine folk. I like people that are just themselves and they don't really give a fuck. And
Dave
like
is
that.
honest. Dave is very honest. Even if it hurts your feelings, he's honest.
He's going to be honest. He's going to be Dave. I like that about him.
Okay, let's
He's
go
funny
call
guy.
him.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Ed Sheeran, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Hey.
Okay, wait. I was going to ask you,
a musician never is sitting in the seat at 9 a.m. Like, I've never had a musician.
Really?
Is that the coffee?
There we
Bring
go.
in the coffee.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm honestly an early riser. Like, I'm an
Really?
early riser and an early bedtimer, but I'd have two very young girls at home. So, like, I'm up at 5:30 every morning.
Oh my God.
So, yeah. I was up at about 6:30 this morning.
And what time did you go to bed?
3:30.
Oh, wow. So you could get, like, do you get a little, like, loopy? Like, are you going to get, like, weird funny? Or are you going to, like, fall asleep on me?
Honestly, I have no idea where my body is at the moment. We've been in India, China, and then UK for a bit, and then now in America. So my body is all over the shop at the moment.
Wait, you were in Boston?
We're in Boston last night, yeah.
That is one of my favorite places ever. I went to college there. So
Yeah.
Boston to me is
what
like
college did you go to?
Boston University.
Amazing.
I spent many nights on bar floors and club floors. And
So where are you originally from?
Pennsylvania.
Amazing.
And then I went to school in Boston, and I remember being in Boston and be like, this is the greatest fucking place. These bars are
Yeah.
epic. The people are epic. Like, everyone just goes so fucking hard.
It definitely feels European. It
Yeah.
definitely has like a vibe about it that every time I've gone to Boston, like, it's always been the first place for me, like the first biggest theater I played, and the first arena I played here, and then the first stadium. And it's always been, but I guess there's something to do with the Irish heritage, I guess, that. Yeah, but I love Boston. Last night was fun. It was obviously St. Patrick's Day, and I flew the folk band that played with me on Galway Girl. I flew them over, and they learned all my songs, and we basically did a trad jam it was like a set, but it was like with an Irish trad band.
and
in a
was that
pub.
where you were like running on top of the bar singing?
No, that was in Nashville.
Oh, you've been like getting after it.
Yeah, I've been around. This whole entering into this album campaign, I was just like, I don't want to do anything that I've done before. And for me, all of that sort of stuff is so fun. It like way more fun than like organizing a like proper gig that's ticketed and blah, blah, blah. If you just turn up somewhere and play, you still play the gig, but it's just chaotic and fun.
That's fun though, that you're at a place in your career where you're even interested in doing those type of things. Cause I feel like the bigger people get, they're like, no, I don't need to go do random shit like that.
Oh no, I feel like that's when you actually connect with people. I find it so fun. I like the balance of having all of it. Like, even when I was on tour in the States last time, but I was doing a theatre on a Friday and then a stadium on a Saturday, and I loved the juxtaposition of the two. And I think being a performer, no matter what you do in life, if you do the same thing all the time, eventually it's going to get tiresome, even if it's playing a stadium show the whole time, which is obviously like a really, really amazing thing to do. But I talk to people about it, and they ask about doing these pop-up shows to 20, 30 people. I'm like, you wouldn't eat a burger, breakfast, lunch and dinner every single day.
No,
So it's
wouldn't.
nice having
Little mix up. We're switching
I love
up.
it, yeah.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Tinder. Have you ever seen someone on Tinder that really stands out to you? Like, oh my gosh, this person is such a catch. Now with Tinder's first impressions, you can send a message to help stand out before you match. Try debating their hottest take, bonding over their weirdly specific obsessions, or hit them with a joke that they absolutely have to respond to. Try Tinder's first impressions feature and explore all of the possibilities for yourself. Tinder, it starts with a swipe. Download Tinder today. Okay, I want to get your take on some very American things as a Brit. Okay. Rodeos.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Do you know what I like is culture, and I feel like a rodeo is culture. I like going to countries and feeling like that's what I lived in Nashville for a couple of years. I lived in New York for a year. I've lived in LA, like on and off, and doing things that are so specifically American. If that makes sense. Like, you go to, whenever I travel the world, I'll try and do things that feel cultural. And I feel like going to a baseball game and having a hot dog feels, for me as a Brit, I'm like, this feels American. I think like a rodeo is that for me. Like, getting into the swing of that would be fun. Like, I spoke to my promoter, and I was like, do they do tours of rodeos? Because I'd love to just tour rodeos. Even if it's like for 4 weeks, just do it.
Okay, you living in Nashville at that time or any time, have you ever considered doing a country album?
I think I guess so. But from living in Nashville, you can't just like dip your toe in. If I'm going to do it, I have to do it, and then that's it.
Wait, do you have like a good twang? Like, could you pull it off?
I feel, because my heritage is sort of Anglo-Irish, and I grew up with trad music in my household, I think it would have to be a little twinge of that. I think I'd have to bring Irish trad music into country, because it's all it's the same instruments anyway. But so I wouldn't have a twang. But I've made country songs in the past. They've just never come out. I feel like I have to I have to do it properly. And I think when you transition to country, you can't transition back. Once you're there, you're there.
So maybe you'll do it like your later phase of life.
100%. And Nashville's like my favorite city in the States. And it's always been like my end goal would be like, I'm going to move to Nashville and transition to country. But I think you just have to do it properly. It's like it's a genre you have to really respect. And it's not just dip in and out.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. The Super Bowl.
I like it.
Have you ever been asked to do the Super Bowl?
There was a conversation about 10 years ago to go on with someone, and I think that would be the only way that I would do it at the moment. I don't think, I've had this conversation before, I don't think English artists are like, I mean, there are some that have the pizzazz of Super Bowl, fireworks, dances, blah, blah, blah. But me going up there and being like, here's the A-team, and here's perfect. I just, like, no one wants to see that. Whereas if there was a show with a lot of that, like, say, like, if it was Beyonce's show and she had all the kind of bells and whistles, and then there was a moment where we sung perfect together, that makes sense to me. But me, I don't know, I can't picture myself doing it. Can you picture me doing it?
As you're talking, I'm trying to picture it.
Yeah.
What if it's like a spotlight and
for 15 minutes, though, you know? I would definitely go on and do it with someone. I think, yeah, just to do the Super Bowl, but I don't think my set lends itself to that. I don't know. I just, like, you got horses for courses. You got to do what, like,
Ed,
suits you.
Don't get it twisted. I really appreciate the self-awareness. Like, most people would be like, call me whenever and put me in. You're like, I don't know if I've got that side of the things where I'm like going out in outfit changes.
I think I could nail one song. I think I could, if someone brings me on, I think I could do it really well for one song. But I can't. Just the catalog that I have doesn't really lend itself. Have you seen me play as well? Because it's with a loop pedal and you have to build the things. It doesn't really lend itself to the Super Bowl. Hey, hang on, guys. I just got to set this up for 2 minutes. It doesn't really.
And also, like, you saying, like, and I come out and I'm singing, like, A-Team, like, everyone just starts sobbing in the audience and is, like, getting in their feels. And then
they
like,
just go and get a beer. This is so comfy here, by the way.
Isn't this cozy?
So comfy.
I wanted you to feel like you can really, you could take off your shoes. You don't have to take off your shoes, but some people take off their shoes.
They're very clean.
Okay, don't take off your shoes. Yeah. Keep your shoes on. Ranch dressing.
I got really into ranch dressing when I lived in Nashville, and then I got really fat. So I've kind of like eased off the ranch dressing a bit. I'm more of a like balsamic vinegar boy.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
A
balsamic vinegar? You've never had that?
Oh, balsamic.
Oh, right, yeah.
No.
I have this in restaurants where I say water, and they're like, what? Oh, water.
Wait. Say balsamic?
Balsamic.
Oh my God, I thought you said
Oh, balsamic.
No, I thought you said a ball sack. No, I thought you said a ball salmon. Then
right.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're into your balsamic vinaigrette.
Yeah.
Oh, healthy legend.
We have a cider where I'm from in Suffolk that's like, it's like the number one cider in the UK, and it's called Aspel's. And I was saying that to a friend, and he was like, y'all have a cider called Ass Balls? You never see it.
It does sound like that. What is it?
Aspel's. It's like it's a cider. It's like you guys would call it hard cider.
What is your favorite thing to eat when you're here?
Chicken wings. But the chicken wings are like the size of my fist. And when you see the chicken wings in England, they're like, actual chicken wings. They're quite like meager and, but here it's like you're literally eating steroids.
Because they're pumping them with all of that shit, and then we're like eating it and acting like nothing's wrong.
Chicken wings.
Okay, the best American fast food chain in your opinion?
Five Guys. I think everywhere around the world, but I'd say when I'm in America, Whataburger in Texas. I think that burger bangs the most in terms of all the burgers that I've had. Whataburger bangs, but if it's an American fast food chain around the world, I'd usually go Five Guys. Or I fuck with KFC as well, man. I really like KFC. Yeah.
Have you had In-N-Out?
Yes. I've had In-N-Out. I do like In-N-Out. But I feel like there needs to be a wide lens view on a fast food restaurant, and I don't think In-N-Out's chips bang. Sorry, their fries. I don't think they bang. Whereas KFC actually do the best fries. KFC fries bang.
What?
They bang.
I've
You
never
don't think
had.
so?
I've never had their fries.
Oh, yeah.
I need to go.
And
try
I think this about Burger King as well, because I've never really been keen on Burger King's burgers, but their fries are always good.
Oh, their fries are so fucking good.
But yeah, KFC fries, bucket. I actually, mate, both kids the night before we stayed at my manager's house, and both my children the night before we had a big family bucket. That was like our initiate. Big family bucket and a bottle of Dominus. You know, Dominus red wine from Napa.
Yeah.
Like really nice wine with a family bucket.
That is like so high low. You're like eating KFC and then you're like drinking your nice wine. You're like, this is life. Okay, how do we feel about Disneyland?
My kids like Disney. We went to Disneyland. They weren't like they just weren't fucking with it, and it was sort of like I wanted to sort of see them go wow, but they were just sort of like, I don't know. Yeah,
I think there is no one that's like, that was fine. It's either like, or
yeah.
I'm getting married there.
Yeah. Which I think is great. I think it's great. I think like I find anything in life, it has to be those extremities. That's what I feel about my music is I either have people that really hate me or really love me. There's no kind of like passive, it's, and I think that middle bit is what you have to avoid. That like, it's all right. Like you have to be like fanatical about something or like, I don't like that thing.
So you would rather someone be like, fuck Ed Sheeran rather than be like, he's all right.
Yeah, that's been my entire career. And that's how you have a fan base is people really ride for you or they really fucking want to take you down.
Why do you think people don't like you?
I don't know. I think that sometimes overexposure goes into it, like songs being on the radio too much. I think also I don't like necessarily fit the social norm of what a pop star should like look like or act like, and I don't know if that like rubs people up the wrong way that I do look like their brother who works at a pizza shop. I feel like people are like, why has that happened? And maybe that annoys them, and then you pair that with the overexposure. And
has anyone ever in the beginning days of your career tried to convince you like, wait, let's dress like this and cut your hair like this and do this?
Totally, yeah. And I think I've sort of like slipped into that as well, especially like because of the era that I came up in was, Justin Bieber was massive, One Direction were massive, and I think there was always part of me that goes, should I sort of look like that? And
what would that have looked like? What would we have done?
I don't look like that as a like. It's like dressing a mannequin that just doesn't need to be dressed like that, So I feel like I always have to stay true to like who I am, and also my fan base from the beginning started out kind of misfitty like me, and my gigs were just full of people that, it was like ripped jeans, baggy, Converse, big shirts. Rather than we're getting glammed up to go out to the gig. It might like have segued into that now that the gigs are bigger and people have got older, but I found being a misfit, I attracted misfits.
Yes, I do remember the like Tumblr era photos of you, and those were cool. Okay, I liked that side, but then I get what you're saying. Like I couldn't have seen you in like a purple leather get up with like a backwards hat and like yeah. I think it's good that you stayed.
Maybe when I'm maybe the Super Bowl, maybe that's when I debut it.
Oh my God, you're gonna come out at the Super Bowl. You're gonna have a
All
full leather
yeah.
get up, and then the year after, you're gonna go right to country music, and you're gonna wear a cowboy hat for the rest of your career.
And actually, leather trousers, you could reuse them on both, because being a cowboy, you got to have some leather there,
Do you own any leather trousers?
Yes. Yeah, because I dressed up as Edward Scissorhands for I do a Christmas party every year with my best friends. I'm dressed up as Edward Scissorhands, so I was like full leather.
How did that go?
I had to take off the jacket after about 10 minutes because I was like, I am hot. And bear in mind, this is December in England when it's freezing, and I was still roasting.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, leather trousers aren't. I don't fuck with them.
Okay. Can we talk about your home in England? You built a pub in your garden.
Yeah.
Explain how, why, what was the inspiration?
I think like there was a local pub that I would always go to, and I still do go to it, but you can never really let loose the way that you used to be able to as in my teenage years. You go to a pub to blow off steam. And I think it sort of turned into everyone always knew that I went to this place. So I don't know, you could never really get to the point where you're actually like blowing off steam and proper drunk because you have to kind of keep an eye out on anything, anything could happen. So there was a dilapidated barn on my land. So I was like, we could just turn it into a pub. So I bought an old pub off eBay, like the kind of the counter and the whatever.
Off of
fitted it.
eBay?
It was on eBay, yeah. It was on eBay. It was just an old pub that had sort of taken the sort of shelving and counter and stuff. And then I got all the plumbing, wiring, I don't really even know, the pipes put in. And it's sort of like, it's a room for memorabilia. I think Cherry was like, eventually there was so much shit in the house that actually just having it all in one place, like even just like meeting this football player and having a shirt signed and having it on the wall, like it's better having it there than in the bedroom,
Absolutely. She's like, take all of your shit
it's all
and put it in the pub.
It's basically, I have, because there's like a tunnel to it, and in the tunnel there's like, I built like a listening room, and there's a cinema, and that's kind of my, I'd say it's less of like a man cave and more of a man catacombs.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Cherry's like, go and be gone and like do your thing.
Because I collect movie props too, so I've got like all of that there.
What is your favorite movie prop that you have?
I'm a huge Hook fan, so I bought Robin Williams' Pan costume and Rufio's sword, and then Julia Roberts' Tinkerbell costume. So probably those two.
How much? Above 6 figures?
No, not on those. Not on those. I have done on props before. Like I bought C-3PO that was not cheap.
Do you regret it?
No. I do it every birthday. I just buy one prop a year, and for my birthday, instead, like it's like the thing that I look forward to. I think all year, what am I going to get? There's always a movie prop auction around that time, and yeah, I choose one thing. And
is there anything out there that you're like, I've got my eye on this?
Yeah, because the auction's coming up. I'm trying to get the George Clooney Batman costume, because everyone doesn't like the Batman and Robin film, but that was my first Batman film that I saw, so I have a real like draw to that movie. I bought the Alicia Silverstone Batwoman costume from that, so it would be like a matching.
Wait, so are you going to these auctions?
It's online.
You're like an eBay guy, huh?
Yeah, but I spend a lot of time in hotel rooms. My main hobby outside of music is movies. That's like the only, I do music, and when I'm not doing music, because it's shows and studio, and I do that pretty much like 95% of the time when I'm not like doing home family stuff. And then if I've got spare moments, I watch movies. So those are like my two passions.
What are your top 3 movies?
Goodfellas, Cool Runnings, and this would be like, I don't know if everyone would see this, but I still watch it every single year. I think Love Actually is a masterpiece. Every single year I watch that, and every single year I'm not tired of it. And those 3 films I could watch anytime, any place. I'm reading Goodfellas again at the moment. That movie, just, I can't ever tire of it. Cool Runnings, I can't ever tire of it.
I've never seen Cool Runnings.
Oh, Cool Runnings it's a phenomenal film. It's really worth watching. It's kind of humorous, heartwarming. It's not like the Hollywood ending where I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it's like it's a really, really perfect movie.
Now I got to watch it. No spoilers. Okay, so we're going for the Batman costume.
Yeah. I'm glad this isn't going to come out within the next 2 weeks, is it?
Oh, because you want to make sure you get it?
I want to make sure I get it, yeah.
Can you give me a ballpark of how much you're willing to spend?
I would go up to 6 figures for it, I think.
Ed.
That's like history, though. It's history. It's like, great. Someone bought the red slippers, Dorothy's red slippers, but I think they spent like 25 mil on them.
Do you wish you had gotten those?
I have never seen The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, it's on my list, but as soon as I had kids, there were certain films that I was planning on seeing. I was like, I'll just wait to watch them with my kids, but yeah, I've never seen The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, get ready. It's a great one, but look at you. You're like ashamed.
I'm kind of ashamed about it, yeah.
You're allowed to say it. Yeah. No one can come for you. You are a movie person. You've been busy. You're watching other things. That hasn't been top priority. Does your pub have a name? Yeah,
it's called the Lancaster Lock. It's basically my mum's maiden name and my wife's mum's maiden name, because they both, I think I wanted to sort of immortalize their maiden names. I feel like even more getting married and having daughters, it's sort of like I want to preserve. It's kind of weird, like the old tradition of taking names away and having names there. Our daughters have both of our last names, and I sort of wanted to preserve my mum's maiden name and my wife's mum's maiden name in something that was permanent.
That is for women around the world listening, everyone's gonna be like, yeah, he's a really great guy. Because do you know how many men and their like toxic masculinity can't handle the concept of like, what do you mean you're not gonna take my last name, or what do you mean you're not?
That's how I grew up though.
Yeah,
because that's the only thing that I knew. Like my mum had my dad's name, and you know I come from a very large Irish Catholic family. Sheeran was the name, and I think it wasn't until getting married and having daughters where your perception of it shifts. I think you have to like, you can't just be born and just believe things. You have to kind of experience and be brought over. And now I very, very much believe that should be the case, that you should obviously keep both identities when you have children. Yeah.
No, I think that's beautiful. Sorry, I'm obsessed with this pub idea. Can you explain to me how many people, like, are you throwing ragers in this thing?
Yeah, but I think if you're throwing a rager, it should be like 5 people. I think that's like, or like 12. 5 to 12 people is a really good night. We built a chapel on our land, and we do like Christmas carols there. And then after the Christmas carols, everyone comes in for like mulled wine and mince pies and stuff. That's like, we can hold 40 or 50 people, but it's like a crammed space in that.
Wait, you're not singing Christmas carols all year round. Just you're talking about
at Christmas. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were about to say no, every week we're doing Christmas, or are you?
No, we do. Do you know I know it sounds weird to like sort of build an infrastructure on your property where you don't have to leave it, but I feel like so much that there's certain moments you just want to spend with your family and not have someone filming you while you're doing it, especially like whether it's something like that at Christmas or whether it's memorial, or there's just certain like intimate moments you want to have like that.
I don't think it sounds weird at all. It's refreshing to hear you're like, in a beautiful way, not that you can't complain about it, but you're like, I'm just going to take matters into my own hands, and I now have the resources and the funds that I'm going to like build this thing so that I can like go to my pub and I can go to the chapel.
But I let other people enjoy it. Like my security guy got married in my chapel, and that was like really lovely. Really lovely. So the chapel is like, it's there.
Yeah, like sign up if you want to get married. Ed will let you come by. Which celebrity would you like to invite to the Garden Pub?
I had a glimpse of what a night with Post Malone would be like. We hung out in New York at Global Citizen Festival. I actually bought him I found this company that do the huge vinyl dinosaurs that you get at zoos. You know, the ones that are like the size of buildings.
Yeah.
So I've sent him a T-Rex because we were sort of joking about it. And he was just like, yeah, send me one whenever I live here. And it's done. And it's going to arrive. And he's going to get this fucking huge T-Rex that is just going to... And I've only met him once. So he's just going to be like, what the fuck? But I feel like because I hung out with him for that amount of time and I can sense the kind of person he is, I think he's going to appreciate it. But I think he would be the hang. I'd want a couple of days hang with him.
No, Post Malone is like one of those people that when you're in a room with him, even if you're in a room with him for like a couple minutes, you're immediately like, I need 19 more hours with you. This isn't enough.
He's a really sweet guy. Really sweet guy.
He is. What is the most embarrassing thing you can recall of just like a drunken night, whether you're with your friends or you're out?
I've never said this publicly, but I'm going to say it. I was playing a city in Europe. This was like 2018, 2019. And my best mate was out with his mum and his sister. And we sort of started drinking not espresso, what they call Cafe Patron.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went to bed and I got up in the middle of the night to have a pee. And I was sleeping naked. And I walked out to have a pee, and then I hear a door close and I open my eyes and I'm in the corridor naked, no key. It's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I'm kind of looking around, and as I look around, it's like CCTV. And I'm like, ooh, this is not good. And there was like someone had room service, and I went to go and get the napkin, and I put the napkin on, clicked the lift, went down to the lobby. Bear in mind, it's like 4 a.m. There's like people working in the hotel, and I just kind of walk with this thing. And I was like, please, can you let me back in my room? And please, can you not tell anyone about this? And my security guard went to go and wipe all the CCTV. Well, he told me he wiped it. He might have kept it for blackmail later on down the line. But yeah,
Ed,
I think that's the most embarrassing thing that I've ever done.
What was the reaction of the people standing at the front desk?
It was very much sort of like you could see their eyes widen and be like, and me going, please, just don't ask. And don't tell anyone.
Just the thought of also like you walking down and 4 a.m. those people are probably like so not paying attention to what's going on. They're like half asleep, and then just like Ed Sheeran walks into the lobby naked.
Holding a napkin over. Yeah.
Did you wake up in the morning and like fully comprehend what you did? Or did you go back to bed easily?
I went back to bed, because I was like, nothing's going to change the fact that just happened, I messaged my security guard and I was like, please, can you wipe the footage?
It's so
but
real.
yeah, I'm sort of like, nothing's going to change. And also, like, it's a very human mistake.
For sure. So
but,
casual. Yeah. Everyone's done that, right? No.
Everyone could do that, though.
True. Very
Everyone
true.
Could do that. I then bought pajamas and I started sleeping in pajamas.
Every time you're on the road, you're like, put something on my body. Just
well,
God
I don't.
forbid.
Do you know what? I'm sober at the moment, so that's definitely like helping the not doing stupid shit.
How is that going?
Good. I just, I saw the schedule for this year of album release, and I was like, because I'm flying all around the world and then flying home and being dad as well, and I'm like, I don't want to then add on an extra layer of tiredness on that, so I'm just gonna not drink and be very focused and energized, I guess.
That's amazing. I feel like that is a underrated thing, that when you're going so hard with work that you think that you need like a drink at the end of the night to relax you, but then I've been feeling it recently where I'm like, I just wake up feeling like fucking shit. Like there's gotta be a different way to relax.
So I get in and I'll put on a movie, and actually that sort of does the job, because you kind of relax into the movie and then by the end of it you can just go to sleep, rather than being, because I also find when you drink you never really have a proper sleep anyway, because there's so much sugar in your body.
I have the worst sleeps, and even if you have like one drink, it still is affecting you. Okay, maybe that's in my future. We'll see.
I'm not going to be sober for forever, but I've definitely changed my relationship with alcohol, because I used to drink every single day. Not like, I'm not a spirits guy, and I'm not really, I kind of do beer a little bit, but I'm more of like a wine guy at the end of the day. But now I'm not doing that. Me and my wife do date night once a week, and I feel like that'll be the time when I do start drinking. We'll do a bottle of wine together that night, rather than like every single night having to have something.
I love that for you.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by T-Mobile. When it's time for a big, juicy gossip session with one of my friends, I need a reliable way to get all the tea. And by tea, I mean T-Mobile, okay? Having more 5G coverage means getting 5G signal more often. And as someone who is constantly on the go, it is so nice to have a reliable network that I can count on. Being a T-Mobile customer also means that I have access to a ton of perks like concert tickets, skipping lines at events, and free in-flight Wi-Fi, so I can keep posting from the sky. That free in-flight Wi-Fi has been key lately, because we're trying to find my best friend Lauren a man on every flight we take, and I have to keep the Daddy Gang updated live with our progress. T-Mobile also has VIP Club Magenta lounges that offer free drinks for T-Mobile customers, and you guys know I can't say no to a free dirty martini. So, Daddy Gang, kick your old carrier to the curb. It is time to block their number. Then go and hit up T-Mobile when you're ready to really be taken care of. Check out the VIP treatment at tmobile.com/benefits.
I do want to know, what do you think is the biggest like misconception about you?
I don't really know, because I feel like all the misconceptions that are about me, they're people that don't know me. So I think that there's lots of things flying about the internet. There's like rumors that also like really gather steam, because I think that people want to believe them. There's all these things that like come out, and unless I actually come out and go, these things didn't actually happen, people just run with it, because I think people love negative stories like that. And I think that there's just, I think being in the public eye, there's just always a lot of misconceptions about you. But I think unless someone actually knows me as a person, they can't pass judgment on who I am.
Do you think you handle being in the public eye well?
This has been my life since I was 19. So I think that the first 6 years of my life, no, I really didn't. And I really struggled with it. Relationships wise, not just romantic, but just relationships in my life, friendships, family, everything, like everything shifted. And I know people go, when someone becomes famous, they've changed, they've this, but genuinely I didn't. For the first 3 years, I was exactly the same person, and everyone around me changed, just in their way of treating me or acting or talking or like leaking things or doing this, and then you start changing and you become a paranoid fucker, and then it all starts sort of like shifting. So I think at the beginning it's that transitional period where you're just trying to work out who you are and whether I am my stage name and that's me the whole time and I'm pop star and I'm this, or whether there's like two human beings and I can be a son to my mum without having to be a pop star, or like a husband without having to be a pop star, and then sort of like separating the two. And I think since COVID really, being at home and separating the two and knowing that it's a really, really fun job to dip into. You know, it's really fun. It's really fun to be a pop star for the night and go to the Grammys and sort of be like, wow, look at everyone. But then it's important to be able to go home and be like a regular human being. And I think that's why I don't live in Los Angeles, because I don't think I'd ever switch off. I think I'd always just be pop star.
I think that makes sense. I think it's healthy for you to have like a good balance, like you're talking about, being like, I can go work 9 to 3 and then I go home and I'm like with my daughters and my wife and I'm having like a pretty normal life, and then I'm going to the pub in my backyard, and then we're going to the lake, and then we're going to the chapel, and it was a full day, and it was
there
like
you go, yeah.
But I think you have to create that world for yourself, because you're right, if you do just keep working, then you are just like Ed Sheeran, where people are thinking you're just like this pop star and you're mega famous and you're so rich, and then it gets to people's heads, and it's like you need to have some semblance of normalcy.
And honestly, Cherry is the biggest grounding force. Like anytime that anything is a little bit too Hollywood, she's like, bro, come on. It's really, and especially because I grew up with her, there's always just a lens of Suffolk over it, of just like, come on, man. Like I tried to build a bowling alley in our backyard, and she was just like, come on, man, you don't need that.
She's like, the chapel and the pub are enough. Are you good at bowling?
Not really.
No. Do you like bowling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone likes bowling.
Yeah.
I think I'll become good at bowling. I think as long as it's not on the property, I think she's. I think she just she doesn't want our kids growing up and it being like, you know, the Richie Rich house where there's literally McDonald's in the. Have you seen Richie Rich?
Yes, but like so long ago.
Classic. Macaulay Culkin.
You should do something with like movies. I didn't realize you were this into movies.
I mean, I've got a Letterboxd.
What?
No one knows I have a Letterboxd, but I do have a Letterboxd.
Wait. Explain?
Well, I just review movies online for myself, just to log them, just to see what I've watched. I have no followers on it. Like it's literally, I've just logged the films that I watch.
Ed, wait, what?
No one reads it though. It's just for me to like log it.
Wait, why wouldn't you let it be public?
It is public,
but no one knows it's you. What's your
username?
Well,
I guess they'll find out now. I think it's more fun for people to find it. I watched Gladiator 2, and there's a character in it who's like the really crazy emperor that has syphilis.
Oh my god, yes.
Apparently based on me. So that is my profile picture. Is that emperor?
Wait, what?
I saw an interview with him where he's like, Ridley Scott based his character on me. I don't know if I'm offended, you know, or very complimented. Thank you very much, Ridley. Where was my call?
Because as a moviegoer, you're like, oh my god, like they're basing something on me. But then that character is like,
character was pretty, obscene,
kind of fucking crazy. Okay, wait, would your username, would we be able to find you?
Yeah.
What is it, like Ed Sheeran?
No, it's similar to my Instagram. It's like Teddy. I think, or maybe it's Ted's. It's Ted or Teddy something.
Oh, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
Start Googling. What is something embarrassing that you used to care about, like growing up when you were younger or in your like early teens, that you don't really care about anymore?
I think it would be like the older that I've got in the music industry, I think that the first like 5 years of my career, everything worked and went well, and then the first like song that didn't work or like flopped, that was like a real like learning curve for me. And I think the older I get, the more I'm like, those moments are going to happen, but it's about the kind of overall catalog that you're building. And I think my rule has just always been make music that I can stand behind. Sometimes it will work and sometimes it won't, but as long as I like it, that's kind of all that matters. And yeah, I think I used to be quite embarrassed about that when I was like 24, 25, because obviously like it's never fun putting a load of work into something and then you put it out there on the line and you're like, this has to work. And then when it doesn't, I think at the time there was like a transitional period of me sort of living with that. And now I think that it's kind of like what I'm saying about like these pop-ups and stuff like that. Like my rule for everything now is I just have to really enjoy it. And then the success or not success kind of comes secondary to that.
I think that's beautiful because I feel like also as a creative, you have to know that sometimes you don't need extreme success to enjoy what you're doing, because sometimes as long as you actually really believed in it.
Well, that's the whole point. That's why we get into it, isn't it? That's the whole point of it. And I think that also it's about like realistic expectations. I think that my second and third record, and first to a point, but second and third record was so big that it's, you know, aiming for that every single time is just not realistic. And they both happened kind of by accident. It just clicked. And so it's just something will click, something won't click, something will click. Like there's so many songs in my career that I didn't expect to do well that ended up becoming massive over time, that it's, again, just make shit you like, put it out. You have to give it the best opportunity as well. You have to work every single song the same as you worked all the other songs, and kind of the rest follows.
What is the song that surprised you the most, that popped off, that you're like, what the actual fuck?
I put out a song called Afterglow that charted at like 92, and it was the first time anything that I put out within that 10-year period had charted outside the top 10. And I remember being like, oh, oh my God. And then over time it climbed to number 2 and ended up having, it's almost like 500 million streams now. But it's such a learning curve of just like, sometimes you just got to let things sit and then they find their audience. And I close my set with that now. It's like a really important song within my set list. But I remember that week being like, oh my God.
Why? Because did you not love it as much when you put it
No,
out?
I loved it. It's just like when I just saw it go in at 92, I was like, oh, maybe I'm wrong.
That's a nice feeling though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about your tattoos. Do you have any, like, what do you think of all of your tattoos? What has the best story behind it for you?
They've all got stories, really. I think my left arm is my first 5 years of my career, and my right arm is kind of the next 5 years. And then I got my chest and back done, and my back is kind of the most recent one. I got my kids' footprints like the week that they were born, so I quite like that because they're tiny, and obviously they're a lot bigger now. My legs have actually started being my kids' drawing book. So my daughter's just done a little bunny rabbit for my leg, and you can put like the date of it. It's quite nice seeing it.
Wait, does she come up to you and be like, Dad, get this as a tattoo? Or are you like going and looking at their drawings and be like, genius, and going?
Sort of that, yeah, sort of that. Now she's like, she'll draw something and be like, get it as a tattoo. But yeah, I think I'm going to get one each for each of them every year.
Is there ever a tattoo you've wanted to remove?
I think if I was to remove one, I'd remove all of them. I think that I kind of believe that about tattoos, is you're either a tattoo person or you're not. And I think if I was going to remove, I'd go completely nothing, or because I kind of see it as one tattoo. It's like one long story. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, you and Taylor Swift have been friends for decades. I'm a big Swiftie. What has been your favorite memory together?
That's a good one. Do you know what? I have this. I was in these court cases for like 2 years. Well, it was a lot longer than 2 years, but there was one each year, and I had to go through all my old devices to give them like, you know, voice notes and blah, blah, blah for the lawyers to have. And going through all my old texts with people that I've known for that long, it was really like nostalgic going through. And I think that the period of time that I was on the Red Tour would have been, you know, I lived in Nashville and she lived in Nashville, and we used to fly to and from the gigs together and do all sort of, I don't know, I was literally spent almost every single day with her for about 6 months. So I think that period of time, and I do, you know, I see her when I see her. I probably see her like 4 times a year, and we do what I said, like instead of catching up the whole time, we have like proper sit down 6-hour catch ups, and I think that that's like a really nice way to do it. But I think that period, 2013.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, which of your love songs is your wife's favorite?
Oh, it's actually track 13. It's the last track on this new record, and it was meant to be a 12-track album. And there was this song that from the beginning of writing it, she was obsessed with. And she kept being like, is it on their album? Is it on the album? And I was just like, I'd played it to lots of people and it didn't have the same reaction as everything else. And in the end, I just gifted it to her and I just went, I'm just going to put this on just for you. And you can name it what you want to name it. And like, yeah, so that I think is her favorite. And yeah, it just exists because of her, basically.
Wait, that's so sweet. Wow,
Yeah.
that's so nice to just be like, yeah, I told my husband to put it on, so it's just for me.
It came from, I spent a bit of time working with Bono from U2, and he gifted this song called, The Sweetest Thing? Oh, The Sweetest Thing. He gifted that to his wife. I think he forgot her birthday. And then he wrote a song for her and then just said, you can just have this song and like all the proceeds go to like a charity of her choice and stuff. And so I had heard that story hanging out with him and his wife, and I came home and told Cherry that. And yeah, I think it kind of was born out of that.
That is beautiful. You have obviously written so many songs for huge artists. Is there any song that you wish you had kept for yourself?
No, because I think that they all have their own space and stories. And I do honestly believe that like a song like Little Things for One Direction does not exist in the same way if I sing it that they sing it. I think it came at like a pivotal point of their career and was what it was. And I think same thing for like, I don't know, Love Yourself with Justin. I think it came after What Do You Mean and Sorry, and it was like stripped back and the perfect point. I don't think if I'd have sung it it'd be the same. And East Side with Halls and Cleat, it was like Benny's first single. I think if I'd have released that wouldn't have been. Yeah, I think they all hold their own space, I guess, and if I'd have done it, maybe I wouldn't have done it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any song of yours that you are secretly sick of playing?
No, honestly, no. And I think that it goes back to what I was saying of like, you have to be able to stand behind it. I think if you compromise yourself in music to like do a certain thing, like reach a certain fan base or like whatever, and you can't stand behind it, if it doesn't work, then you've kind of failed in your mission because you've made it to work. And if it works, then you have to play it for the rest of time. So I'm very, very careful that everything that I make, I have to be confident enough to sing it for forever. And also, even if you've sung a song 2,000 times, it's always different every time you play it with the crowds. So yeah, I'm not really sick of playing anything, really.
Okay, let's break down some of your lyrics.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a lyric and you're going to tell me the meaning behind it or any story. Okay. He's got his eyebrows plucked and his asshole bleached. What are you referring to, Ed?
Oh my God. Yeah. Do you know what? That's a song called New Man. And I actually haven't heard those. I haven't sung that song in years. It's basically, I don't know, it was a 27-year-old's take on that, you know, like being the ex-boyfriend and sort of, I don't know.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I wrote that with Jessie Ware, actually. We had a lot of fun writing those lyrics because it was all just kind of like throwing out stuff that we all thought was a bit like funny.
Have you ever had an ex call you out for writing a song about them?
Of course, yeah, of course. But I'm a songwriter. Like I always say, like, and I've dated songwriters in the past as well. And it's kind of one of those things that I've got to be able to take it as well as write it. And I think that you know, it's the good and bad. And also like writing songs is the two extremes. It's the same thing. You can't write a song about a feeling that's like, yeah, my day was all right today, and I kind of write about it. Either is like, I am the most in love that I've ever been, or I am the, you know, most hurt or blah, blah. It's like two extremes, and those are the things that come out, and also those are the things that connect with people. So, you know, you can listen to an artist's songs and be like, well, they're either love someone really much, or they either hate someone. But those are the times that you write songs that actually feel something,
yeah.
You know? So yeah, I've definitely had, I wouldn't even say arguments, conversations. And I think that because I've been a songwriter since I was 11, that anyone that I've been romantically involved with at least knows that you take the good with the bad, because you're going, like, there will be both sides. You will get both sides, you know?
Would you often, back in the day, would you just like press upload, or were you ever giving people a heads up it was
coming?
I've
always given people heads up unless I haven't been in touch with them anymore. I mean, obviously there's like breakups of people you just don't speak to anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I have a good enough relationship with my exes that, yeah.
You could be like, hey, a banger's coming. Get ready. This one slaps. You want to hear it? They're like, fuck you.
Yeah, fucking hell. Well.
Okay. They say I'm up and coming like I'm fucking in an elevator.
I wrote that when I was 15. I was really proud of that line.
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
It's pretty good. What headspace do you think you were in when you wrote that?
I loved rap battles. So I would be watching like online. There was a couple of like leagues in the UK. There was Jump Off and Don't Flop, and those were the two that I would like watch as a teenager. And it was all about metaphors and similes and just saying clever shit line after line and punchlines and stuff. So I was in a phase of writing songs where I was just trying to fit in punchlines. And when I wrote that, it went down so well at gigs from the age of 15 as well. Everyone's just like, oh, that song, that it just kind of stayed in. It's quite weird actually singing that song as a 34-year-old, having written it at 15, because you're singing it and like, this is so different to how I am now. Even like, I have lines I'm like, I spit fast, I know that all my shit's cool, I will blast, and I never went to Brit school. And like, I'm singing it as a 34-year-old dad now on stage. Like, yeah, I just don't know if I believe this anymore. You know?
You're like, oh yeah, 15-year-old me, I've really
People
grown.
love it though. People love it, you know? Like,
but I feel like that's what's fun though, is that you still will play those type, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I love the fact that I closed my show with a song that I wrote when I was 15. It's like it's like a kind of really nice full circle moment, because I used to play that song to no one, and now you close a stadium with it. Still, it's the same song, same setup, everything.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, Azizam, I want to get lost in your ocean and drown. This obviously is a lyric from your new single. What are you talking about, Ed?
I think with that song, it was it kind of just all felt really, really fun and immersive. I think that's where the ocean thing came from, is just like immersing yourself in the night. That line definitely had some people in my circle being like, do you really need to say drown? I don't know. It sounded good. Sometimes that's all that counts in the studio, is does it sound good?
And what does Azizam mean?
Azizam is Farsi, and it means my dear or my love. The guy that I made the tune with, Ilya, is Persian, and we were literally in the studio. We were just trying different things, and he was like, would you ever do something Persian influenced? And he just sort of led me on this journey. I got like footage of the moment where he's like, I'm like, what's like my love in Farsi? And he's like, oh, Azizam. And I was like, that's a fucking cool word. And you kind of like it really like, it's a really fun song.
It's funny because when I was listening to it, it's awesome, but I like hear it the way that you sing it.
Yeah.
Of like, well, I'm not even gonna fucking try, but like how you kind of leave like a pause where you like Azizam. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. That was embarrassing.
Did you like the songs?
They're amazing. They're so good. Okay. Can we talk about your wife though? You guys met in high school.
Yep.
And then you didn't start dating until much later. How did you reconnect?
I started employing like my best mate on tour. So I went through periods of time on tour. Like, I'm a solo artist and I don't have a band, so and I'm very much like, I would just tour on my own. Obviously, like, I have a crew, but my crew were like 50-year-old blokes, so there's only so much bonding you can do, I think. And I got intensely lonely and burnt out. And yeah, I remember I spoke to my mate. She grew up opposite me, Lauren, and she just left university. She now like works in tour management on my tour and stuff, and has been doing it for 10 years. But she was very much, I guess, worried about me, and just came on tour, started working on tour. And then we were in New York, and her sister was living with Cherry. And I had moments with Cherry when we were younger. And I guess like we just kind of reconnected and picked up where we left off, I guess. And it's one of those things where I wasn't really expecting it to happen. I kind of just got out of a relationship. I was on tour for God knows how long, and it just felt really, I was sort of like, unless I do this, I will always regret it. So I just sort of jumped in, and yeah, best decision I think I've made.
You have 2 daughters. How has your life changed since becoming a father?
Very dramatically, actually. Very dramatically. I think just, even just not being a fucking maniac with drinking drugs or smoking or, I exercise now, never exercised before. I get up in the morning rather I used to sleep till like 4 p.m. Like it's really has changed dramatically. And just in the way that I'm home more and my work schedule is based around them rather than based around me.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you sing to them? Like, do they understand?
Of course, yeah, of course. It's usually Moana. Like, it's usually just me singing Moana. Yeah, I have a song on the album called Sapphire that they love. So it's either Moana or Sapphire. Moana, by the way, top fucking tier Disney music.
Oh,
top tier.
Absolutely. Do you just like walk around the house and sing that to them?
Yeah. All the songs actually. And Moana too, actually. When I went to go and see it, I wasn't like straight away enamored with the songs, and now those songs are my favorite songs too.
Which one is your favorite?
Put me on the spot here. Probably the Chi Who song.
What does that sound like?
Can I get a Chi Who? That one. Who are you gonna be? Gonna make some history. Come on, Moana, go get your destiny. Mate, my children fucking love it.
Oh, that's good, Ed.
Yeah, and they've got we went to go and see Mufasa, and they loved the brother song.
Oh.
Coincidentally, same writer as Moana 1. So, yeah,
Really?
It's all Lin-Manuel Miranda.
You're going to be singing it up. Your kids are in heaven over there. They're lucky.
Yeah.
That's nice to have.
In our hectic, fast-paced lives, we could use some slowing down. Haagen-Dazs is made to be savored and enjoyed slowly for a moment of slow that's just a freezer away. Introducing new Haagen-Dazs's Belgian waffle cones, a crunchy waffle cone complemented by the classic velvety smooth ice cream that you know and love. I am obsessed with these cones. There is nothing better than getting to the bottom and you can get that extra little bit of a surprise sauce at the end. It hits every time, Daddy Gang. These new cones also come in 4 delicious flavors. Are you ready? Vanilla salted caramel, summer berry, triple chocolate fudge, and new Haagen-Dazs's toasted almond fudge cone. Yes, please. I will take one. I love being able to have an amazing dessert in the comfort of my own home, and this ice cream cone makes every bite truly worth savoring. The crispy Belgian waffle paired perfectly with the velvety vanilla ice cream. Then I top it off with toasted almonds and milk chocolate curls, and then finish with a last bite of sweet fudge sauce at the bottom. Boom. Is the perfect blend of taste and texture. And now my mouth is actually watering. So I'm going to need to head to my freezer after this. It is time for a cone break. Savor your moment of slow with new Haagen-Dazs's Belgian waffle cones, available at retailers nationwide.
Right now we have a single out. Is there more coming?
Yep. I have my idea was, because the album is so broad, I didn't want to just be like, here's the single, here's the album. So there's music coming every sort of like 2-3 weeks. So there's Azizam now. There's a song called Old Phone that comes out in a couple of weeks. And then after that, there's another song that comes. And we shot all these videos. And I'm less about like single moments and more about, I want people to sort of feel the breadth of the record. And I'm very confident that one of the songs will work. But it's more about just putting them out and letting people hear some of the record before it's out, rather than what I've done before is just like, here's my first single, here's the album, and yeah.
How is this music different than everything you've put out before, or is it?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I think I've been more explorative with this album. I've kind of had an attitude of why the fuck not, like, and not really felt like I have to be in a box of being a singer-songwriter of like, I have to do this or I have to do that. And I lived in India for a little bit and worked with a load of Indian musicians and producers and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I made a song like Azizam with Ilya, who's Persian, and that's in that world. And Old Phone, I think, is more in a Nashville country world. And there's just lots of different moments on the record. And the record is called Play, and therefore it has to be playful. It has to be celebratory. I released 2 albums that are kind of one was the sort of main album and one sort of came off the back of it, but they were both very depressing, about quite hard-hitting subjects, very muted. I still think they're beautiful records, but I feel like coming out of that of having you know, going through grief and all of that sort of stuff coming out, I needed to have something that felt bright and colourful and playful. And that's where doing St. Patrick's Day, playing at Tootsie's in Nashville, doing the New Orleans thing, the whole record just has to feel like fun and exciting.
How do you avoid writer's block?
I think you just write all the time. I think writer's block is actually fear of being shit rather than, because I think everyone can write. You have to just sit down and write, but you have to accept that sometimes it's shit and it's not good enough. And I think that I just write and write and write. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's great. And sometimes it will be a song that you keep. And I think if you do that year in, year out, you're left at the end of the year with like 10, 11 songs that are really great. And then you can actually start forming an album.
It's really interesting to hear you talk about like the way that you're approaching projects, albums essentially, but they're projects in your brain of like, this one was like more intense, so now this needs to feel more fun. And like, yeah. I can feel that energy from you. Okay, Ed, last question. What do you want your legacy in music to be?
I would love for it to seem possible to any kid out there that just wants to pick up an acoustic guitar. I think that the thing that's jarring about me to people is also the thing that creates hope, because I am a regular dude who picked up an acoustic guitar, who's not from a major city, who made it happen by going out there. And I would love for all kids to go, fuck, I could probably do that too, rather than feel like it's an impossible thing. Because it's really not. It's really not. I think that I couldn't sing. When there's footage of me online where, have you seen it?
No, but now I'm going to Google it.
Where I can't sing. I mean, we could play it now.
Wait, you can't see it? You couldn't sing?
It's got, if you type in Ed Sheeran Addicted, it's me when I'm 14 singing.
And
but then
it's that bad?
It's bad. But then I like practiced and became... you can actually just find the
clip
song online. Yeah, someone leaked all my old EPs, which I guess shows progress. Listen to it. You can fast forward it a little bit. I've got an intro because I love an intro.
Oh, shit.
Here we go. It's all right. You wait.
Wait, you sound like little baby Ed. Wait, that's cute.
Yeah, but it's not professional standard, is it?
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. We can turn it off now. But I'm saying, like, I didn't know how to sing in tune, and then I taught myself how to sing in tune by practicing. So I honestly, when I go into talks at like music schools and to kids and stuff, I always play that and go, because everyone just assumes that you're born and you just got it, and you can teach yourself. I didn't teach myself how to play guitar, but I learned how to play guitar. I learned how to perform. I learned how to perform in front of lots of different crowds. I learned how to songwrite. I learned how to sing. And I'd love my legacy to be any kid anywhere, literally anywhere, goes, I can do that too. Because I think that's like music is a thing that it's also for kids that aren't good at other things, who don't have a lot of self-worth or self-confidence. If they start music in any form, in poetry or singing or instruments or even like work in a studio or whatever, it gives you so much like worth and confidence in yourself as a human being. And I think that in school, there's so much like importance put on, you must be good at this subject and you must be good at this subject to actually be a good human being and to go out in the world and achieve. And I just wasn't good at anything as a kid, and I didn't have a lot of self-worth because of that. And I felt like I was stupid, and I was only good at music, and that became my career. And I think when I go into schools and stuff and talk to people, I'm like, you only need one thing that you're good at, and then that is you for life. You find one thing, you work really hard at it, then that is your career. And I think that I would love for my legacy to be.
I think that is so beautiful, and I appreciate you bringing up the concept of like kids looking at celebrities and musicians and actors and anyone in the arts. Like, it seems like this far away concept, and you have made it feel like achievable in a way that can be actually like everyday motivating for a person, being like, I'm one step away from my gorgeous cover going on YouTube and sounding like Ed, and then look where you are.
But then not being embarrassed about that phase of your life. Because another thing that I've found in my career is I've learned everything from my failures and nothing from my success. It's not like was on stage at Wembley Stadium being like, I'm learning a lot from this. I learned everything on the way to there. And I think that what that shows is actually failing at something is good, because then I learned how to sing after then. And there's so much like importance nowadays on you, just even on social media, about like succeeding and showing you're doing well, and like not being in, but like the embarrassment of something failing or flopping, when actually all of those things, every single artist in the world has played to 2 people in a room and sucked. Every single, and that is a really important stepping stone. And everyone has written songs that have released that other people didn't like. That's an important stepping stone. It's all about like learning from failures, rather than just always, your career just can't do this the whole time. You can't just get bigger and bigger and bigger, better and better, everything works, because that's just not real life. It's about like picking yourself up after the failures and trying again rather than giving up. I again always say, I'm sorry to bang on about education stuff, but I think with anything, it's important that when you have that thing that you love, that you want to do, don't give yourself a plan B, because if you have a plan B and it gets really difficult and starts failing, you'll always revert to the plan B. And if you have plan A, at all points you go, this has to work. And even at the points where you fail, like I've done really terrible shows where there was a show that I did in Exeter where it was like, I think like 60 quid to get down there on a train, but I had a rucksack full of back CDs, and I was like, do you know what, if I sell 7 CDs, I've made my money back and a tenner. So all I need to do is sell 7 CDs at this gig. And I got to the gig, no one turned up. I waited too long to see if people had turned up, and then I missed my train home and had to sleep at the train station. And in that moment, it's like 18, 19, I was like, why am I doing this? Like, all my friends have just gone to university. Some of them have gone out to get jobs. They're actually like on their path. And I feel like I'm not achieving anything. And in that moment, my head just went, but this is the only thing you can do. So just keep doing it and hope it will work. And I think that in that moment, had I had a plan B, I would have gone, cool, I'll go and do that now. You must find that though. I mean, you're hugely successful. You must have just been like, this is going to work.
Yes. And I relate a lot to that of not having a plan B. And then people, whether it was like making fun of you for it, or you feeling like, why am I not doing a traditional, like I remember being in college and all of the girls were taking courses that were like finance and all of that. And I was like in the film school and everyone was like, where is that going to get you? And a lot of times I was like, I don't know. But those feelings, it you know in you what you actually love. And
the people making fun of you as well, because that is a huge thing. It's like, it's so easy for other people to like make fun of someone for taking a risk and doing something. And I actually think it comes from like an internal thing of when they say, what's she doing? She can't do that. It's actually because in their own head, they can't do it. And they haven't got the thing that goes, you know, fuck it, I'm just going to do this. Fuck what other people think. And it's like almost a taking the piss out of you for even dreaming about it. Because why the fuck would you dream about being successful? Like, just do your plan B. I think it's like almost a scary thing sometimes for that. And I had none of my mates, even my best friends now, none of them really came to the first gigs I did. It wasn't until it started like catching steam that suddenly people were like, I'm not saying like all my mates, but a large amount of my mates who are now my best friends and have been since school. I had my one of my best friends who literally like, he's godfather of one of my kids. When I was a teenager, rung me up pretending to be Zane Lowe and was like, Zane Lowe worked on Radio 1 at the time and had this thing called Hottest Record in the World, where he would like debut a new record of an unsigned artist. And he rung me up pretending to be Zane Lowe. And then he had all of my other mates on the phone and they were all laughing down the phone. And I was like, stuff like that.
Ed, that is traumatizing. I was crying.
But then 4 years later, guess what? I'm Hottest Record in the World on Zane Lowe.
That's so crazy. You can never let them forget. I'm like, you little fuckers never came to my shows in the beginning. Fuck you.
I don't. My mate Zach, real one. Zach always came to the shows.
Zach, there's always Nick. One.
Shout out Nick.
No, that is such a beautiful message to leave this on, because I can imagine there's so many people watching this right now that are either like gonna quit the job because they're not making enough and they hate it, and they're like, okay, I'm just gonna like not pursue it anymore and I'll just go do what like my parents had wanted me to do. Or there's someone that is like doing something in this moment that people are making fun of them for, or they feel let down and they feel like there's no way to actually get to what they want. This is like,
I think it all comes down to enjoyment though, because I think if you're still enjoying what you do, because even though I did that Exeter gig and no one turned up for it, I was still playing music that night rather than doing something I didn't want to do. So I think there will come difficult times in everyone's careers, but as long as you love what you do, you've always got that at the end of the day. But I'd say if you're in a job that you don't love, like, try and find something that you love.
Yeah,
you know,
go for your passion and make it your job if you can. Ed, this has been so fun. I wish I could talk to you for like 10 more hours, because I feel like we could do an entire podcast on just movies in general.
We could do it again.
I know, we could do it again. Maybe I'll see you again.
I would love to do a movie one.
I would sit here with you and geek out over a movie, because I'm a movie girl too. Like, I'm full movies.
Have you seen The Florida Project?
Yes.
Literally just watched that the other night.
Oh my God.
Blew my fucking mind.
Did you see Nora?
Of course, yeah. But I hadn't really heard of Sean Baker before then, so then I went back and did like Tangerine and The Florida Project. But Florida Project, like, I haven't cried like that at a movie just at the end. With the little girl, I was just like,
no, he's so fucking talented. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're running on like 2 hours of sleep, and you were fucking great. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.